this the theme song for this campaign?
Because we're all depressed.
Welcome back to Disney Dungeons and Dragons, everybody. I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt, and with me is our wonderfully ridiculous
Kronk is our
rogues.
emotional support optimist.
Yeah, Kronk is the.
He's our emotional support optimist.
Oh,
Yeah, Kronk's the balanced person of the party. I'm like, hey guys.
That's a good place.
Does that mean
Pretty good place.
Does that mean the squirrel
Okay.
is an emotional support animal?
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, the squirrel.
I'm no longer
You can
the
actually
emotional
name the
support
squirrel if you ever want to, by the way.
Yeah, I need to get like the perfect name. I've been thinking about Roger. I'm not sure yet.
Ooh. Well, last we left you guys in that fun
Is
summer.
your Hammerstein?
No, it's Roger and Hammerstein. Yeah, perfect.
Definitely do that.
You guys were able to find the Palace of Wonderland, Morph and Jasmine on the recon, but with, of course, Raja's quote-unquote betrayal, which, Jasmine, you kind of caught on. It was a better way to help get in, because so much worse could have happened if you had gone in without anything. But, of course, tensions
No
were
one's
high.
worried about the cat because they're all too mad at you for Hook.
It's true.
Everyone
Well,
can
no,
bring up the
you
Roger.
are. Maybe you
No,
are.
Jasmine doesn't care about Hook.
Jasmine may not care. But yes, because coming out of the hedge maze, having been roped into basically combat with Zariel, the bloody queen of Wonderland,
Hey, we killed her though.
basically-
We killed her. I tried.
But did we?
you guys, wait, no, you guys were able to successfully take her down, getting through the portal into the next layer of hell. Here's where actually it gets really interesting. As you guys are jumping into the layer, we are having two rolls. One of which is going to come from Mr. Incredible. The other which is going to
Is
be...
that nat 20 you rolled for us earlier?
No, not at all. The other roll is going to be a Box of Doom roll.
Uh-oh.
Which is going to be insane.
Did we land straight in the courtyard of the other demon lord? Your devil lord?
Well, you don't know what's about to happen. First, though, Mr. Incredible, go ahead. Oh, and hello, of course, to our viewers. I see people in the chat. Go ahead, Mr. Incredible. Let's start off with this roll.
Is it charisma?
This is going to be a
Persuasion.
persuasion check.
Do it. I'm so excited.
I feel so bad that we forgot to say hi to everyone.
I know because I'm his wife, but I'm the only one who knows.
21.
21.
And I sent you another text.
Mr. Incredible, you guys, so keep in mind, you guys are all jumping into portal right now. This is dodging the fire erupting from Wonderland as everything is collapsing. You guys are hearing the demons uprising. On the 21, Mr. Incredible, this is going to be a bit of roleplay. As you guys are jumping, what are you saying to him on this 21? As, like, all of you, Hook is actually also helping, like, usher people in, right, in that, like, go! And he locks eyes with you.
I would think someone who wanted to be the Horseman of War would stay when they had a chance to take over as ruler. You better get out of the portal.
Yo!
Out of the portal. You see, Hook looks you in the eye. There is something of a look, maybe, Mr. Incredible, you don't completely understand. As you guys are jumping in, you see he just... Horseman was a job. It's nothing personal. I know I don't have your trust. Let me earn it. I can't stay in this hellscape. And you see with that, he leans backwards, falls into the fountain. 21's really good roll.
Yeah.
There's going to be stuff, you're going to have easier times if you want insights or other stuff. There's stuff you're going to learn from that. As you guys are now jumping through, though, here's
So
what's
we
going
don't
to
have to
happen.
deal with them. Or like best case scenario, you get
This is now a Box of Doom roll, super early. Again, shout out to Dimension 20 for giving us the amazing Box of Doom. You guys are going through a portal into the next layer of hell.
How much damage do we take?
Oh no!
It's not damage. I will say this. You guys, Jasmine and Morph, you guys were successful in helping jointly figure out, right, we need a head. Kronk was able to successfully crit on Zariel to take her head, you know, to use for the fountain. You guys have done everything right magically, let's say. But there is still parts of the spell that were not done. So, we're going to see what happens.
Probably
That's what we
terrible
want.
for us.
Okay.
Best roll for us.
Best roll for us. That doesn't quite work as well as now one does.
As you guys
We live.
jump into this portal, all of you feel a floating, weightless water feeling. As you realize you're still able to breathe, thankfully, what you're realizing is the panic is almost subsiding as high stress, but now I'm safe. And some of you are able to look around, I'll say like Morph, Jim, Kronk, you guys are able to kind of see other people through the portal.
Interesting.
As you are all slowly falling, sinking in this ethereal darkness, you feel your bodies moving and rending. You realize, of course, you're being transported spatially and almost that temporally, right? You know, in that idea. And as you are all descending, the first thing you all feel is hot, dry wind upon your face. And looking down, you're realizing that you are standing upon ashen, broken rock ground. Looking up, the sky here is suddenly what Wonderland, you know, as you just left, it had just, the sun had just collapsed again, this artificial thing created. Just like Wonderland, it is that same then blank expanse of sky. There is no star, no moon, no sun. This is a layer of hell that, for one reason or another, doesn't have a celestial body to help denote any time or setting.
Celestial.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ah ha ha, punch.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
I am so tired.
But as you guys are all staying here, what you're realizing is you are in a new place where the almost very temperate climate of Wonderland found you. You are now in this hot, interesting... Oh, sorry, yes. I had to keep it for a second. Sorry. To make note of something. This world is interesting. While not immediately hostile, there's nothing around you, there's nothing to worry you. You do see distant mountains of rock, smoke filling skies, haze that burns. And as you are all here, you do take inventory. Every single one of you made it.
That's good.
But whereas Thumbelina, you actually felt very blacked out in the tunnel. Your sight has now returned. All of you are able to feel yourselves, feel one another. And all of you can see that next to you is not only Raja, the tiger, but also Hook.
Ah.
How long ago did we see Hook killed? This was like
Isn't he
2
supposed
days
to be
ago,
dead?
right?
It's been a couple days.
Yeah.
You
Like
guys have
time-wise.
planning to do. We can talk and walk, right? Where are we going?
Yep, let's go.
Compass?
Yep.
Oh yes. Follow the compass.
Can I like have to see where we're going?
Okay.
Can I roll insight or perception to see if I can see anything or any dangers that may be coming up as we've just landed in
Another layer of Tartarus, of hell.
Would you let me
Go
do an
for it.
investigation for that?
It's right now. It's more insider perception. It's
perception's a lot.
But Jasmine, you and Jim, it's that like very natural. Like, okay, here, like it's attached to my belt, but you hold it.
Yeah.
As you hold the compass, it is pointing you to a degree that is about 89, 90, almost at like what we would consider due east from here. But for you guys, like, oh, this way.
18.
21 on insight.
1821. Morph, on a 21 insight, here's what you're finding or realizing.
Okay.
This is a very inhospitable world. Simply in the fact of, it's very easy, I would say, Morph. There are no grass. There's no like fruit. There's no
There's not
vegetation.
plant matter and there's not light. This isn't super great to life.
And Thumbelina, what you are then realizing is
That's a guess.
what
I'm not gonna have
would
any.
also then be that
It was
kind of
really
like
good.
Morph's vibe. What I'd say, Thumbelina, being a fey creature, a fairy, anything that would be alive wouldn't be above ground. It's that very natural, like, think biologist approach of like, okay, if you're in a desert or a barren place, things would be underground. If anything's overhead, well, nothing's overhead now, probably because of a lack of flora or fauna. And this place just feels like a hot, drier climate.
Would I have any kind of background, like history, about all the different levels and what they are, or would I have just learned about like the dangers of going?
You might. Let's roll a history check. There are right? Like your class really was this. Hey, let's talk about why Fae and Fiend are opposite. But they might have gone over some stuff. So, or rather, let's see what Thumbly remembers after how many millennia.
You know there is at least 2 layers of hell.
12.
Wait, there's 12?
12 layers?
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, Thumbly got a 12.
There was 9 this whole time.
I thought that'd be hilarious. No,
I
Thumbly
just
not.
added a couple. You know?
You are thinking
4?
through. Yeah, 9 layers.
Oh.
You're not remembering a lot in terms of like maybe like the lords that rule or stuff. It's enough to be like, right, the second layer had some stuff going on, because each layer had like its thing, let's say. And what maybe you remember on 12, and it helps being there. The first layer was almost more like, I don't want to say a holding bin, but it's like there in this world, that's where a lot of devils or demons would reside. And of course, that's why it was most chaotic until Zariel, the Red Queen, took over, right? And basically brought this uneasy law to the first layer. The second layer, you're not remembering much. You do remember, though, that this is known as Dis, or the second layer of Tartarus. Dis.
Oh, this on you, this on your family, this on your cow.
It's not Datney, it's Disney. Yeah. It's that, basically.
Yeah, that's what the headquarters of Disney looks like on the inside.
Exactly.
No, it's a secret
A barren
vault.
hellscape.
This is the Disney Vault.
The vault
That's why they keep everything
is
underground.
actually the portal to the second layer of hell.
Or is this what happened where you go when the Pirates of the Caribbean ride breaks
When
down?
the ride breaks
Oh.
down, this is where the old
Working.
rides go. Yes. And so that's where you're getting Thumbly. And for the rest of you, it is that, like, there's no
What is
immediate
this?
danger. What is this? Yes.
What we understand already, and maybe this is really blatantly obvious to everyone, and I'm just double checking, is that the king of Tartarus.
Orcus.
Okay, in my head I'm like Kronos, but that's
I
wrong
can't remember, is it
mythology.
Asmodeus or Asmodeus? I don't remember how to say
They
it.
would put like the strongest person on the top, and then he would be on the very bottom. Is that kind of what I'm understanding? So the things that we're going to be battling in these next 8 layers will be hard only because we'll be weakened because we're in Tartarus, but it's not as like insane as the Red Queen.
It may not be as insane as the Red Queen. There might be stuff you don't know. There's still some crazy stuff. But yes, Thumbly, you were right in remembering. Well, because Jasmine even said, you have Asmodeus, ruling in the 9th layer. And so you've got the cap ends, but there's a lot just in between.
There's a lot of unknown in the betweens. Makes sense.
So you guys do have a heading. You have this information. Is there anything people want to do right now?
Yes.
Here we go.
I want to talk to Hook.
We're walking and
All right.
talking, right?
Yeah.
Jasmine's still like, walk
Just
and talk.
like, come on,
Yes,
guys.
no,
I'm
yes.
trying to avoid responsibility for my actions.
You
Jin's
are gonna get all the
head
responsibility.
down.
I'm going
I'll-
to go and sit
Yeah.
on Jin's shoulder.
As you guys are walking,
just staring at just the eyes.
Dealing with a whole bunch of
Actually, I just
creatures who are
remembered.
like thousands of millennia years old. They are pretty pissed at you right now.
as you are walking through
Right.
Disc,
They will yell at you.
Mr. Incredible, you can easily like sidestep over to Hook. Upon seeing it, it's easier now that there's not fire interruption and screaming. You've seen him obviously in better days, but I don't want to say cleaned up since you guys first saw him, but his hair is now not as matted. Maybe you think like he tried to like wash it in maybe like a river. Still very like blood, mud, weathered coat on. Now with the hook given back from Jim that you actually see he's kind of fiddling with, because again it used to just be like, and you see like he's gotten out maybe the old like hook, and so he's kind of like reattaching that as he walks. He sees you approach though, kind of gives you just a nod.
I'll just be like, you're right, you don't have my trust, but we were pretty merciful before, And I think that
We.
I think you owe us. Well, he was knocked out when he was killed, so he doesn't know that we didn't all.
I mean, he has a right to assume Jim knocked him out and you guys didn't just stab his corpse.
Yeah.
No, I think
So
that's
she might think
perfectly
that we
true.
all
I'll
are
preface it by
merciful.
just saying, like, you know, we were really merciful before when we didn't have to be. You've tried to kill us. I think you owe us a little bit more of an explanation on why you are here.
Ooh, definitely. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Just a persuasion check. We'll call it together.
He's a salesman.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
This is his job.
He broke the record.
8
He
8.
met the record.
at advantage.
Yikes.
Like the record.
Mr. Incredible. Hook doesn't seem to be meeting your eye, not maybe in a shifty way, but it just seems more like he's looking forward. You see just... I do appreciate my life. And I will help you if I can travel with you to keep my interests in check.
Okay.
Can I charm him so we know he's always doing what we want?
You will have to. It will know that it has been charmed at the second.
No, she just wants to keep it constantly renewed.
Constant
many spells
bamfing a
left do you
spell
got?
from Thumbly.
Not enough to do that.
But yeah,
that's
Mr.
for
Carroll,
sure.
you see, there's no. What I will give you this is there. It's not just that. While you may not really see what's going through his mind, or there's not a lot going, and in the terms of like he's giving you information, you do see he looks, possibly for one of the first times you've seen him, very genuine. We'll say, he's not like scowling or angry. He's not barking orders or sword fighting. Like mostly you've seen him in battle. This seems to just be a man, right? Who is just has the hook on his hand. He is walking through hell with a bunch of people who he's tried to kill and you've tried to kill in the past, right? Like it's you get that immediate vibe. It's one of those, wow, who would have thought? Look at us. Who would have guessed? Like
Yeah.
kind of, and he probably feels that too. So whereas, and you can tell, I mean, you guys even kind of saw with Jim, he's helping. Like he's kind of done that pledge of just like my sword for yours, you know, to help you out. He's not like overjoyed. This isn't like, oh sweet, we're friends now. He gets it. He gets the situation.
So I'll just tell him, like, before I leave, I'll just be like, alright, well, if you cross us, I'm taking your hook back.
That's kind of you, only taking the hook.
Oh, no,
I
you
didn't
say
I think
what
he
I
needs
was
the
doing last time.
implications.
I think you see,
That point.
Hook I just not just think less of you if you didn't.
And then I'll, like, walk away.
You walk
Like-
away. He goes back to adjusting his hook.
Mr.
Can I be
Incredible is
like-
still ticked off,
Yeah.
but he's like, he's giving me nothing to be ticked off at. And
like,
that's
dang
ticking me off
That
even
is,
more.
I will say that's actually that's the exact vibe you're getting. He's like,
giving
trigger
it
it.
fuel, and sometimes you're like, oh.
Give me something to
Yeah.
hate you for. No, I think that's
So,
perfect.
I'd like to roll sleight of hand to take the ring from Mr. Incredible.
Does
Oh, wait, you don't.
does that?
Yeah.
I be like polishing my ring and like,
I'm
trying to.
sorry, I thought you were
Sorry,
gonna
I
say
got
something.
Polishing my ring. Polish the ring.
Can I like polish my ring and just give him the eye like, you don't want to cross me, like I will take you down.
Give me an intimidation check.
Just because he needs to
Roll
stay.
7.
He needs to stay in line. If we don't do
Yeah.
anything, he will definitely double cross us. He's done it before. Oh, it's a +5 to my intimidation.
Yeah.
16.
16. Thumbelina, you give him the eye. He ain't catch your eye. Just gives you like,
Tinkerbell, like.
yeah, it's that very friend.
Oh,
Eye
does she
contact,
have the
rubbing
ring around
belly.
her
Yeah,
stomach?
because it's like a. It's basically
No,
like
my,
a.
my ring is so big, it's a belt.
Right,
It's
no,
basically like a armor belt.
She's got two
belt of
belts.
giant strength.
Thumbelina, I'm gonna do it like this. You see, like, Mr. Incredible, you talk to him, walks away, looks over, sees you, Thumbelina, just like staring down, just turns back, looks at Jim, who isn't even looking at it, just more maybe that, like, don't think, just keep walking. Hook
like,
actually
just look at the
stops,
ground.
just like, okay, what's up? Let's, listen.
I didn't do anything to him, just saying.
If a pirate has a problem with the crew, you take it on before you're losing a leg. So,
You want to
What's-
lick
I'll
the
just
leg?
turn around and be like, is it a surprise that they don't like you?
no, it's not a surprise, but like, I feel there are things not being said. Say it to my face.
Okay,
I'm a
I
man.
feel like there are things not being said too.
You'd be right, okay? Like, I feel like we're all.
Long story short, I didn't tell them I spared your life.
Ah. You made a noble choice, and they wanted me dead.
Okay,
Well,
you
fair to.
agreeing with me isn't helping.
Well, I think it's fair to all parties. No, you made a captain's choice, and they feel righteous anger. No, I'd feel the same way.
Captain?
Is he not your captain? Last I saw on the deck of the ships, he.
Well, I don't
kinda
consider
hired
myself...
We're not on a ship right now, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't consider myself a part of his
A
crew,
joint
so-
adventure, not a true crew, but with mutually aligned interests.
Yes.
The essence of pirating. Got it. Yes. Yes, adventuring.
It'd be like Jack and Gibbs, except Jack is clearly captain, but Gibbs still has a very strong say in what Jack does. Sometimes.
I think you're giving yourself a little too much credit over Jim.
No, but you do see it. Hulk just like, very well, I get it. I'm here to make it to Asmodeus's palace as well. I could really use a wish, as I assume most of you would be. I mean, it helps when one of you's bound to madness and death, one of you's a forgotten fairy, and I don't know, like, you just want a
Matters
pirate.
than death.
Yeah, he's got. Do you know how?
Is that called
I thought you were a
knowledge?
magic
I'm gonna
thing.
play dumb. I just don't want
Are you?
to know
Is this
how to
okay?
play.
I'm sorry. Is this a familiar? Is this a thing?
Oh,
I've seen this
You-
a lot.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I'm sorry. Like, is
Hey,
that
hey,
not a
hey.
fair question?
This one's the familiar.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I'm the
so
only real blob.
there's a pink one. There's a blue one. Okay, so you could be a familiar. You are sentient.
Yes.
Good to know. I'm sorry. Like, if I see a
Turns into
random
a megaphone.
bubble gum floating around, I'm not going to like
Yeah,
stop
just
and
turn
ask
into a
questions.
megaphone and yell in his ear. Yes.
God, God, this is swats in the air.
What is with the hook so it misses?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Like
just pop into confetti.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Fair question. Fair question.
Anyways,
My
so,
point.
yes, I'm here to help Morph here.
Ta-da.
And Morph
Right.
is here to help themselves.
Good for
And to
more.
help Jasmine. Jasmine's cool.
Oh, yeah, but Jasmine's here.
For reasons unknown.
Yeah, she hasn't really explained why.
Did you not explain it to us?
Fair enough.
Well, because I
You
told
know
you
that
guys
we're
that I
going
needed
after a
something
person.
from Tartarus. I didn't even tell you it was
Oh,
a
I
person.
thought you said someone. Never
Yeah.
mind.
You
No, I
said
said
something.
something.
Jasmine's been
And
very
then
careful.
Tony the
It's
Frosted
on
Flakes
my
Tiger
list.
over here is here because
Yeah.
he's bound to her.
Oh.
And then she hired the rest of us.
Wait, we're bound
I'm
together?
here for publicity.
No. Tony the Frosted Flakes Tiger.
You see,
You're trying to
Oh.
rope me into a place.
Raja-
And I roped you into my hell quest.
Raja full on raises the pot. I'm sorry, that's not my name, but I feel like that's not the point that was
I
going.
am not happy with you, Cat.
It was
Wouldn't have made it through. Wouldn't have made it through. Raja goes back to just like that gentle walk of like, all right. You see,
Wait,
Hook just.
so if Raja hadn't like set us up, we would have been attacked by even more creatures? Is that
I'm
what
not so
you're
sure.
implying?
And honestly, I don't care at this point.
We probably would have just ran for it.
Suspiciously bloody-looking water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I still have not been healed.
Yes, all of you are in various states of like,
yeah,
ooh,
we're not,
we
we're
could use
not
a
great
rest.
on health.
Anyways, and then I hired Gronk.
Yeah, I'm just here.
The weird complex web of the party.
Right.
I forget why at this point.
You
Are we
right.
DTRing our party right now?
I used to have a Kronk.
Yes.
No, I get it. Good
You're
dude.
like, why are we working together?
Yes. He another person cut off his hands and they threw him from my ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey boss.
For a second, I thought he
Can
was.
we add a clause in my contract?
Cronk's just like, hey, wait a second.
You already have personal injury clauses in
Oh,
there.
Shmee.
Yeah, Meg.
Oh, crap,
Like,
I
they
bet
killed-
They killed me.
Remember
Meg
Man
killed
kills me. That's why
Oh
Hook's
my
like
God.
Hook's in you, just like, okay, yeah, I get your role. You're
I
you're
know,
I
like the
forgot
normal
about
one who
that.
just
You
is
cut
there.
his hands off and let him fall,
Fall to his
Let him
death.
fall to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
Yes,
He was a bad
that's
person.
Well,
Yeah.
he was more like a minor nuisance as far as Meg was concerned,
Wait,
but
what
like.
did we call it? It was something murder party? What were we?
Murder hobo party.
Murder hobo.
Murder hobo.
Murder hobos, yes.
don't
Gotta
think
love
I've
murder
met you.
hobos. But you see Hook just like,
Oh,
alright,
yeah.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
here.
this is Hook.
Okay.
There's history.
I
A
can
lot
tell.
of
Not-
history.
not
There's
good.
He tries
bad
to
blood.
kill us. We try to kill him. It's
Okay.
we let him get away. He tries to kill us again, so we try to kill him.
Do you let me get? I'm sorry. I
He
feel like
escapes.
There
I
was
have
a very
good,
On the brink
specific
of
moment where I was seeing you fly away and I could have shot you.
but you see, of course, with all
Didn't you
respect,
already die once
being a
anyway?
better pilot of a ship for how many millennia, I feel like
who
you
lost
wouldn't have
their
gone.
ship last time?
Yes, but I'm sorry. If I snuck into your ship when you're asleep and kidnap you and throw you out, I think it's pretty fair,
Oh,
right?
no, I'm talking about the time and space.
Okay, no, that's not even a fair point to bring up because again,
Can I
I'm
just
not
walk
the
with
one
you
at
this
fault for
point?
that.
Can I just
Really?
start
You're the
doing
one
this?
that
I wanted
boarded-
to
You
talk
tied
to
your
Roger
ship
because
to
I'm
our
trying to
ship,
get
and
this
I
thing
managed
so
to use
before
it
you
as a
thought
battering
to be
ram
able
for
to-
other
And
Like,
next
okay,
time,
nice.
when I'm on my ship, I'm trying to keep spatial awareness. I'm not expecting the demigod of death of all pirates, Jones himself, to show up and like. So,
Wait, who's that?
We
Dave
still
Jones.
need to keep walking, friends.
I thought we were walking.
As far as
yeah,
I was
Oh, yeah, no,
he's
it's-
setting stuff.
Hook just needed that like stuff. You guys were
We're
walking.
grateful for you joining us. Huck, not very much, but we need to figure out a couple other things as a party before we get into all of this logistic things.
Yes. So,
Jasmine
Jasmine,
had some
why in
complaints.
the world are we here?
I told you
Publicity.
something was taken from my family and I need to get it back.
Awesome. That would be great if we had more specifics.
The last I know, it was in the possession of Asmodeus.
Is it like a jewel or like is it
Is
big?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if it's
Kind of.
big,
If we're
if
looking
it's too
for
big
it,
to fit in
yes.
the bag of holding, that could be a problem.
I will know it when I see it.
If it's small, then I can actually transport it directly to your father.
That's true.
It's not that small.
Dang it,
I
Warp,
thought
why
that'd
can't
be
you be
useful.
bigger?
Do I need to start
No, the
are
spell
they
actually creates a
trying to find
tiny
out? Do I need to start rolling
That's
deception
also
checks?
cosplay.
you actually want Hook is just staring daggers into you, and you don't know.
Oh, excuse me, you have a problem? You!
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I thought we were all in it for the wishes of the
No,
schism.
no,
of
I'm
Hazard.
here for more.
Oh, okay, you're right. Friends, Gronk,
Publicity.
publicity, and friends.
Yeah.
She was.
I-
Maybe some
question.
wishes. You know, yeah.
She won't tell us.
I trust
Honestly,
her.
I'm starting to get
I just
kind
have
of
one
concerned.
question for you.
She's cool. She's
Just
cool.
and I'll explain why really
All
quick.
right, go for it.
I think it's fair for me to ask because technically you could use a wish just to go back in time, change what you did, and do it better, right?
Is that true?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Actually, can I roll too? Because I feel like I should know something about wishes.
15.
Can I roll
More
insight
frequent-
on why he had the
And
gall
so-
to be glaring at me like I'm the one?
What
I
I'm
got nat
asking
20.
is, like,
August, I got nat 20.
Okay.
What I'm asking is like, I'm okay with him getting a wish as long as I'm okay with what he's wishing for.
That's fair.
You get so I'll
I
say
have
this,
an
Mr.
inkling
Incredible.
of
You're
idea.
getting the definite vibe already off of Hook. Like, yeah, what's he gonna do with his wish? Morph on a nat 20. You see the second go back in time. You see a flash in Hook's eyes, but not of understanding of go back and change stuff and do it. You see though like something to deal with time travel with the wish. Immediately crossed Hook's eyes.
Oh crap.
What would you do if you could go back? I'm just gonna ask.
Sorry.
Can I roll persuasion?
Sure. Yeah, we're gonna do a persuasion. Jeez.
Oh come on. +6. I got a 15. I rolled a 7.
You still did better than me.
Yes.
Jeez. No. Morphin, Mr. Gray. While you're walking, you see Hook just. Wishes are powerful, and they're not something you come by very often.
And
So.
if I'm to understand, you've been searching for the opportunity to use this way to use a wish for a long time now.
Yes.
Like before things were really before you were Captain Hook.
Right. I'm not gonna give you the full James story of my life. That's not why I'm here. But yes, for reasons I really needed a wish. I thought I could ask the fairies, and they said in nicer words. Do you all really know what fairies do?
Are there anything like Thumbelina?
They die a lot, according to that's just my experience with Thumbelina.
Oh, it's not just dying. I'm sorry. Things are mere. There's balance in the world. demons have layers, they have rules and laws, and demons and devils have something that gets in your head. It's in his head right now, and it's called madness. Do you know what madness does to people? You lose your sense of self. In the worst way possible.
I'm just saying reprisals right now.
You see, Hook turns directly at you. Have you ever felt trapped in your mind yet, boy? Knowing it's you, but it's not the you want. You lose your true free will.
Huh.
Okay.
I would say that it's a blessing what devils do to your mind compared to the fairies.
Say, fairies and devils are completely opposite, so imagine what's here.
Thumbelina, I want you to roll me a history check on your own people. You get advantage, actually, on this. It is something you would know.
Well, to go for the advantage, it was not very good at all. That is a 10.
10.
I rolled a natural 5. Well, that was with advantage.
10's like one of those
First it was a
base
4.
like level knowledge. Thumbelina, there may or may not be some stuff around Pixie Hollow that's not helpful for people.
Especially when people come snooping. Not you, sorry. Come snooping.
Yeah. Oh, snooping. Right, no. I win. Like, I dignified myself, I asked nicely, and what did they do? In my head. Think I want to just sit around a stupid island for thousands of years? Chasing a boy that cuts off my hand and feeds it to animals?
You were pretty
Does that sound like fun to anyone?
Apparently it did to
It
you.
does not sound like fun.
No, it doesn't. That's their madness. It's obsessive. You can't let go. Affects everything on that island.
That kind of checks out, actually.
So it's just
look at Peter Pan.
So are you just
Yeah. Oh, because I was remembering that whole thing when Lily had the whole talk getting Peter to
Are you
let go.
just
I'm like, oh,
wishing
because the
that
fairy obsession.
you never asked them?
I don't need fairies. Just before the wish, I was gonna ask a fairy. I was there for thousands of years. I just need a wish to go back. That's all I want. Got stuff I need.
I don't think he ever really answered my question of what he would.
Morph, you can actually, it's that. No, he didn't.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Just be careful what you wish for, kids.
outside of
Yeah.
like out no longer in character.
Message. Yeah, out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, the fact that he's looking for this wish before he became Captain Hook, before he did anything like this, shows to me that it's probably something that's not like super harmful to anyone. It's probably to like he mentioned going home.
If it's
When I
a bad
talk to
thing,
him.
it's gonna be like a normal just this old Joe off the street, rather than Captain Hook is wishing for something bad.
You
It'd be
have to
just
understand how
normal
time,
person wishing for something that's probably not nearly as bad.
You have to understand how time works though
Well,
too.
It depends on how
And-
time works. That's the thing. There's no like.
But I mean, it goes back to, if I can be very brutally honest, it's like the butterfly effect. You step on one thing, it's
Oh, I
going to
know.
ruin the entire scheme of time. Where it could be beneficial for us all, or
Things
it
could change drastically.
Things
Yeah.
could change drastically, and that's probably why the fairies didn't want him to change time. I mean, to be frankly honest, if he had gone with the "I want to wish to change time," heck no, heck to the nah, because fairies.
But if he did that very soon after whatever happened, then it like.
It wouldn't
I don't
have had the same repercussions it would
I'll
have
say,
now.
I
because
think
he's been here
you've
doing
both
stuff
hit the
longer.
points. Is
Mm-hmm.
this could be something that could affect our entire known life, or it could be something that is just because of why ever the fairies did. There could be a different reason why they're.
Does
Why
anyone
Hook
have
didn't
the
get a
friend
wish, kind of.
spell? Because I feel like that's a way that we could. I'm gonna message this to my entire group.
Sure,
Does
yeah.
anyone know the friend spell? Because that's a way that we can maybe figure out what he wants.
what spell?
Friends.
Friend.
Friend. Sorry.
What kind of what?
Yes, indeed.
What kind of spell is it? Like which?
It's like a charm.
I can tell
Well,
you.
no, I'm saying like
What
who
school of
would
magic?
even
What kind of
have
class?
it?
Friends
Yeah.
could be bards, warlocks, sorcerers, or wizards. It's a cantrip.
So I fail.
I don't have it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm leveling up soon. I don't get more cantrips.
No, I don't think we get any more cantrips when we level up.
Unless you take a feat.
And I took
Magic
a
initiative.
feat for something else and
Yeah.
took my cantrips already.
I'm about to hit what level?
I don't think that's a
I
very
think
good
we're-
solution to this problem.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we could also charm him and get him to tell us what he wants to change, but
But
I don't
again,
think
then
that
he'll
would
know
be a
that
good
we
that would
do
not be a good
I don't think
play.
that's a good way to show trust. That's what I was trying
As
to
far
say.
as Hook knows, we're just
Mentally
walking in
manipulating someone's
silence.
mind to reveal like a very intimate
Uh-huh.
personal secret could actually have lasting
Bad
consequences.
repercussions.
Especially if it's that knowing that you, I don't know, like drug someone into revealing a dark secret. of themselves. It
Or
could
even
end.
not
I
dark
feel
secret.
very
Even not even, or
targeted
just
right
like
now.
Especially
At least
in a
Hook's
very
not a
public
12-year-old.
situation.
imagine in a public situation
It'd
like
probably
it,
be
like in-
worse
in
because
school.
it's a
like in a school.
As
Yeah,
a
can you
youth,
imagine?
really.
As a youth.
Sorry for everyone who
We are
wasn't
never
watching our
gonna
Harry
let
Potter
this
campaign.
down.
Watch
so
our
much
Harry
fun all the
Potter
same.
themed campaign. It's
I will
amazing.
say I did it with the best
Hannah,
intentions.
you two did make
You
one of the
roofied
coolest
a child
NPCs.
with the
It,
best intentions.
it did
They
make
created the next Dark Lord.
it made
in
a
Harry Potter.
great story. I thought it was really cool. Even though, wow, really.
You thought roofing a child was really
No,
cool.
I thought the
It
consequence.
was not
Consequences!
goofy.
Here's the thing.
It was
is-
just charming him.
Don't you do this?
It was just a charm spell. That's literally it.
Except it was in the form of a drug.
Yes.
And people say necromancy is evil.
I know, right? I actually.
Anyway.
Okay, to be fair, I actually think things that manipulate someone's will rather than orchestrate their death is probably a lot more evil, just because you are taking away their agency. But,
As
you
you guys
I'm a
are
terrible
walking.
So I'm not sure about marching order and like how much space I might have between me and the rest of the party. But that thing I texted you, like, could I have enough sort of privacy depending on marching order to like have a private word with Raja really quickly?
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
You could even be doing that while we're all.
Well, you guys are having
Huh,
that
well, everyone
conversation is what I was
messaging
planning.
furiously back and forth. What do we do about Hook?
It's
And
that if you
I
guys
just-
are
I
in
just
this
say
one
we
all
let
arguing,
him
I want to
live.
separate away from that.
And like whatever happens, happens. We got 8 more layers of hell to get through.
Odds are, not everyone survives.
The odds are we all die.
I know, but I'm optimistic.
That's fair.
I like it. I like it.
Fist bump.
She was just a normal, like a.
I'm
As we're
just a
walking,
fist.
Can I use my divine sense?
Yeah.
You know, with the Mickey Mouse gloves.
See if there's anything nearby.
Oh heck yeah. Here, let's do both those. We'll do the divine sense and the talk to Raja. So Mr. Incredible, you just kind of boom for your divine sense real quick.
Boom.
It's a good word.
It's a boom.
It's a boom.
So here's what's gonna happen. Currently, Mr. Incredible, there is a fiend behind you 30 feet away.
Is that Raja?
Is it Raja?
Oh,
Raja's in front of you.
I don't like that.
I'm glad I divinely sensed.
You turn around and there's nothing there. Or you can like do that look over shoulder. There's nothing behind you.
I'll just like whisper. I'll be like, guys, there's something 30 feet back. 6 o'clock.
I'm gonna message that to
Is
everyone
that
who
close
couldn't hear the
enough,
whisper.
August, that I could do? Is it fairy lights? The ones that'll do the outline.
Ooh, yeah, that's fairy light.
Yeah.
Fairy fire. There's
Fairy
something.
fire. Yeah,
Something.
it's fairy fire.
Yeah. Is it close enough? And can he sense it in a specific enough spot that I can?
Oh, divine sense. Yeah, you know exact position too. I would even say like, oh well, yeah, Crunk, you don't have to use it if
I
you
would
want to.
message Hook because only Hook could hear it. Be like, on my signal, shoot the fireball because he has this hook
Just
30 feet behind Mr. Incredible.
Do we
We're
want
being
to see
followed.
if it's like what it is first before?
I
we
mean,
do
it is a
anything?
fiend. Odds are it's the freaking Cheshire cat.
Again.
Gosh,
The phone is
brother.
through the portal.
But the cat came
My
back.
range is 60 feet, and it's with a 20-foot cube within range. So can I just cast that so we can see at least what it is before they do anything rash?
You can. As Thumbelina, you just like reach the hand back. You know, Mr. Incredible, that subtlety of like there. You cast fairy fire. Let me grab that up here.
It has to fail the dex saving
I
throw.
would like to
Yes.
cast slidiness on it as soon as I can see it.
I will say yes. So here we go. Fairy fire has to make a dex saving throw.
I'll just hang back, see if we kill it.
Um,
Already, don't waste any spell slots yet.
Thumbelina, it succeeds.
What? With a 19 19 spell save DC.
People can roll
Yeah.
high.
Really?
There's a spell save for fairy fire?
No, it's an area in effect, isn't it?
It's a 20-foot cube, but they still have to fail
A dex saving throw.
Oh, yep.
Otherwise, what happens?
On a synthetic 21, they have
For duration,
succeeded.
yeah, it's just.
If affected, they will shed light in a 10-foot radius.
Is that a
with-
cantrip for you?
No.
Dang it, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. You guys still know it's there. I will say this. So, why'd you use Divine Sense? Oh my gosh, that's annoying. All of you, though, hear a voice just, hold on. Coming out of invisibility, you all see a strange sight. There is looks to be like a humanoid man with black, no. Blackish gray skin, eyes that seem to go a little bit red, white hair, slicked back, short white hair, wearing a smart 3-piece suit. He's just, hold on, heroes. It's okay, everybody. Sorry.
Do any of us recognize this person?
None of you recognize
I
him.
don't like the guy that shows up on my shoulder every now and again.
Just get that checked out. Might be a mini-me.
Like,
Well,
mini-me.
everybody, sorry, didn't mean to alarm you. Just got the old alarm notification that someone's popping into the realm. Thought I'd come say hello.
And who are you?
And you were invisible?
You would be too if you were scoping something out.
I'm just
Listen,
saying, that's a hard
it's
thing
nice
say
to
though.
meet you. You can call me Mr. T. Hi, nice to meet you. He's coming up and he's offering up his hand to shake.
I do not shake it.
I'll shake it.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good to meet you guys. And no. Don't know how to shake a blob, but I'll wave courteously.
Oh, she can turn into a hand.
No, you weren't
Just-
supposed to say that.
Sorry.
You can just, hey,
I just
all right.
nod. I don't shake.
Well, welcome to Dis.
Can I roll
Oh,
insight? Is this like the devil lord of this plane that's just like not attacking us yet for
You
some
can
reason?
go and roll an
I'm
insight,
kind
yeah.
of wondering that
He
too.
looks very friendly, but it makes me very.
Guys, let's not
wary.
introduce ourselves, maybe.
Dirty 20.
220.
We're in the second layer of hell.
This doesn't seem to be a devil lord.
So
There
far.
was an aura around Zariel, right? A very powerful presence. While this seems to be powerful, Mr. Crumb, you're getting like this is a fiend, right? This is a high level fiend. Doesn't seem to have that same aura though.
Did Raja disappear again when this guy showed up?
Raj is gone, yeah. You see, though, that this person, Mr. T, just... Well, hey, listen, I would love to know, though, it's very rare we get mortals down here. Or I could assume most of you look mortal. What's going on? How's it going? What can I do for you?
Stay away.
We're just passing through.
Yeah, just traveling.
Okay, passing
Yeah.
through. Now,
yeah, we're just, sightseeing. Decided to take a scenic tour of hell.
well, now, let me
Laying
tell
it
you,
on the
that's a
pit,
terrible idea to do. Because...
So far, it's been pretty good.
Well, you haven't met the more unsavory characters. That's why I just wanted to see what
Really?
was up.
I mean,
I
you
couldn't
would have
also
to understand
help-
that we just beat the Red Queen and
Maybe
killed
we
the
don't
General.
say that.
Actually, that was on my docket to talk to you about.
Why
It seems a little fortuitous that I get a notification pop up that Wonderland's gone to hell, pun intended, and suddenly the portal works and you guys all pop out. When according to my amazing inside spies, it's pure chaos up in that
For
castle.
the record, we didn't want to cause any harm. She decided to fight us.
Yeah.
We were just
Please,
defending
please,
ourselves.
I don't get myself involved in Zariel. If anything, I'm glad she's dead. She's such a hassle to do paperwork
I mean,
for.
you could go up there and try to take over. They probably need.
Oh,
you.
heavens no. Please, I've got my hands booked here. Hi, no. Mr. T, head and personal assistant to the Lord Despotter, ruler of the second layer of hell. I'm just, so to speak, a little bit of a helper for him.
Quick question about Yorler then. Is he easier to negotiate with than Zariel? Because again, we don't want to have to fight our way
No,
to get
Despotter,
to
let me tell you, he does not like to come out of his office. He's kind of been a little, what's the word you mortals like to use? Paranoid. Despondent. Ooh, dis. I like you, Sarah. And so we've just been running through. I mean, up here, I don't know, you guys know, you may have seen some of our like earlier work on the surface. At Emere Magnum Company, EM, we
Does
work.
that ring any bells for Jasmine? Can I roll like a history or whatever?
Any of you can actually.
Sure, I'll try.
Up on the
Oh,
surface,
that's-
as in like on the
Is
mainland.
this-
Yes.
Is this the demon
Oh, I don't
guy
have
from
great history.
Fantasia?
Oh.
That just shows up, makes a bunch of things dance around
So,
the production.
I got a 26 on
Go on.
history.
A what?
26.
26.
18.
18.
15?
15. All of you are thinking back. This is one of those, like, I may have heard of that just in terms of if you were to buy maybe general armor. Or, like, maybe just,
General
like,
armor.
general armor.
DM Edna mode.
Oh, you know Edna!
Wait,
Wait,
Edna?
is
You
Edna
know
like
Edna?
You know
Wait,
Edna!
wait, what?
Wait, I'm wearing Edna's work.
Who's that?
You're wearing Edna.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, like
She's one of our
really?
best designers.
I was confused for a second.
Honestly, how is the
Kingdom.
old girl? I haven't seen her in years. Let me tell you,
Dolly.
it's been centuries. Aha! Does she still do that? Oh, I love Edna.
Wait, are you telling her?
What
are you
is
telling me
Edna?
She is the ruler of the
Edna
second layer of
is
hell?
crazy.
No,
Okay.
Edna. She's just old friend. She used to be a designer here. She thought though that her work was wasted,
Wait, are you
quote
telling me that
unquote, on
she's a
demons. And I'll give her the
devil?
benefit of the doubt that demons and devils, we tend to ruin our nice suits. Honestly, I've had this suit only a week. Like, sometimes I get mad and
that
poof.
she came from here? Like she was born here?
Yeah, of course.
Shaped by it.
She's a devil?
Molded
Yes.
by it.
Any
She
of your
didn't see the
best
mortal
fashion
world until she
designers
was
in the
alive.
world, and you can quote me on this,
The divorce
come
product?
from hell.
Wow.
The best
Edna's a
designers
lot more
come from
boss than I
hell.
thought.
I'm so glad I got that.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know.
But seriously.
Yes, the Emere Magnum. No, we all have. Edna is going on her own style.
mean,
She's doing real
Camilla Devel.
freelance.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that we no hard feeling. It was a mutual thing. She left the company to do more creative work. She liked the idea of mortals because, as she put it, darling, there's something so exotic and thrilling about mortality and the ability to give one's life in pursuit. But no, I mean, honestly, we like it down here. We reform over time and we keep going. But I have to keep moving along. I do have a and just screeches in demonic morph. It's like a time meeting to keep up. So I have to make this quick. Unfortunately, I can't let you live if you're going through here unless we talk a bit and figure out something because Despotter still has an image to uphold. You know, it's semantics. Where I just gotta either smite you to get it over with, you go back to Wonderland, which I wouldn't want to, or we work something out.
Cool.
Let's
Well,
Let's
let's
work
see.
something out. What kind of things are you looking for us to pass through?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we're just trying to get to the third layer of hell.
Yeah, we're just trying to
third
pass
layer. Oh, yeah, down old Mammons. Let me tell you, not a great place down there, but to each his own. I would have to say this. I'm not a guy that needs a lot right now. So, what could you give me? I mean, you guys are mortals. You don't do much. You just
Should
kind
cut
of...
off his
We're
head
mortals
for
who
it.
killed Zariel.
You did kill Zariel, but, I mean, that's just word of mouth.
I mean, hey, I make some mean spinach puffs. I can get you the recipe.
Now, you're going to have to tell me, your friend, what's a
Dinner.
spinach puff?
What?
What's a spinach puff?
Did you
Oh.
buy some
Somebody,
from us?
somebody get me a.
Let's start
fire.
cooking.
Morphin
Let's
crying
start
immediately.
I
And
guess we're talking over lunch.
Mr. T,
Yeah.
this
Well,
dude
wait,
is like...
we did kill the Jabberwock, and we have proof that we killed it. And
I-
Oh yeah, I've got. I pull out the bone knife.
Oh, that's fine.
We
That's fine. You
need
can-
to, like... I don't think just reputation is what he's asking for.
But we can go ahead and like start. Can we roll some hit dice?
Hope so.
since
Do you
we're
got
taking a
good
short
CVs,
rest
good
now?
resumes? Those are helpful.
Oh yeah, everyone up there knows me.
Why are you talking
Describing
like
you
that?
pull out like a little paper
This
scroll.
sales bitch voice.
I'll say that's pretty. Yeah. Yeah, but yes, Jim, you get the feeling he's not just asking for a credential.
We'll just keep cooking while they plan.
So
Everything will all be better.
listen,
Yep.
I mean, it's been a hot hellish minute since we've got Immortal down here. Jeez. Last time, caused quite a stir, but didn't really do much for us. You know, here at Emere Magnum, we are all about, like, fellowship as a company. We
You
try
know-
to do the best.
My friend here, Mr. Incredible,
Mm-hmm.
has quite the outreach on
Okay.
the mortal plane.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows me. I have a traveling show.
And
Okay.
not only that, he does some great publicity.
We've also got
In
two
fact,
members
he
of
is
the
down
Good.
here to gain publicity.
Oh,
So,
you could
yeah.
sell your soul to us, and you could be our marketing manager for eternity.
What I was thinking was actually I could just put a little blurb out there during the show. I could
Or-
air it on national TV.
Or
Okay,
your
so
guys' fashion could sponsor his show.
That's pretty good.
Are they
I will tell you, I will only work for no less than 3,000 human souls, though. We're not just gonna do a publicity work for
Don't
free.
think about it.
It's a little thing, we got to deal that way.
I put my hand on Hook's shoulder and I go,
You got one?
Hook just like slightly whispers like, just like giving you that like very just like solemn just.
I don't want to prematurely end negotiations, but we should
Oh,
probably
you
be
shouldn't,
clear
because then I'll just.
our
happen.
souls are off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Going in
Okay,
this.
all right, that's
From the top,
fair.
let's get that on the table.
All right, I won't take your souls. So let's think.
Are
You
they
guys
done?
got about. They're in that like 3-minute stage. If you take them out now, they're
If
gonna
there's
deflate.
like
They're just
an
about
errand
perfect.
that we
Just
can
hold on
run
just
down
a second,
here
y'all.
for you.
Listen, all right.
Have you ever wanted to get
You
out
need
of
something dead.
You
Need something dead. Now
Or
Or
let me
stolen.
think.
I'm good at. I think
I-
as
You
well.
want to get the hell out of here? Pun intended.
Oh no, you caught me. I do always want people dead. You're right.
Who do
Okay.
you want dead?
He's
Well,
really friendly.
let me think.
Like, I kinda
If
like
I
this
were to give you,
character.
all right. How about this? You see, boom. He snaps his finger, and out of thin air, a golden red briefcase appears. All right. How about this? We'll call it like a standard bounty hunt contract. No need alive. We'll call dead. I'll get the memorandum. Here we go. The deceased bounty hunting contract for a mark. Let me think. Who do I want dead? I mean,
Yourself.
there is
You're really bad at killing people.
from accounting.
Wait, wasn't it-
I've never
wasn't it-
been
oh,
a
no,
fan
I've never
of. These are deep, unpronounceable abyssal. He's not even using a common slang for it.
No, but you're
Oh,
saying
these aren't
are
true names either.
Oh,
No.
dang it.
Sorry, I'll
I'm
give you
like-
that, Morph. It's not like a true name.
Dang it,
These are things like he's talking about Rip Shredder, Devourer of World from accounting, like, but
Doctor
again,
Who,
like,
Destroyer of Worlds.
but it's like he's giving like these titleish kind of names. You do see though, he's just okay. Well, no, there would be one. It'd be helpful, you guys. I mean, say you took down Zariel. You've got good credentials. I like your resume. We don't have a lot of applicants right now. How about this? Contract.
Fantastic.
I feel a little sheepish. You get it. You seem like a good marketing guy, sir. All of you, again, not really catching many of your names. I'm starting to get some in whispers. Like I know there's a Morph and a Kronk. But here's what I'm gonna say. If you take a contract, I'm considering that paid done deal. You got access to our portal. You have access to our swimming pool. We even have a great brunch option that comes every other century.
Speaking of brunch,
Totally
here's
free to
Spinach
stay
Puffs.
and take up on that.
Those
Um,
puffs are
And
done,
I'll
by
be
the way.
back to discuss a partnership.
Yeah, even partnership, open table. I'll clear my schedule. One mark. I think that sounds pretty good.
Who is the mark?
Again, you put me in a tight spot here, little
the
lady.
bread's on the mark.
I don't want to just tell you because, again, it's a negotiating, thing. I want to, if you guys could take
I feel
it.
like we should know the name before we sign.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
like
agree
we
to
have come
anything
to
until-
an agreement where if
How
we
about
agree
this?
to kill
Yes.
said
Let's-
person,
Let's
then we get all of those benefits.
let's make a just quick River Styx contract, NRS as we like to call them, the biz.
We need to know the
Quick
name.
RS. I tell you the name. You swear to not tell you who I told.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
A non-disclosure agreement.
And what?
A non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, I love that. That's hellish. What's it? A non-disclosure.
Okay,
You guys
so,
just can't talk after? Oh no.
Yeah, it just means you won't
You see,
disclose
he
any
puts his
information.
like
Yeah,
finger
we
to
all-
his
Just in
ear.
the Sultan of Agrabah, having waited through all
His
these
ear
legal terms,
melts
like, do you
into
not
his
use this?
skull, like, and just. Can we put down memorandum non-disclosure? Love it.
You're welcome.
All right, but yeah, just quick RS. Just saying, you will never say who I say. Cool? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Swear on the river sticks.
It's the only thing we're agreeing to.
All of you feel, whereas in the mortal world, instead of just thunder, you all feel
I had my fingers crossed behind my back.
Oh,
That's not how this works. All of
Like,
you
you
though
will be
feel just a little
smited.
tuning fork almost in your body. As being in Tartarus, you feel that, okay, we cannot ever say who he's about to say. He's just, if you want to go ahead and kill Despatter,
Yeah.
you'd be doing me
I
a
called
solid.
His boss.
Because the assumption being you're second in line, and you would then we'd have that
Oh,
connection with that
please,
contract
please.
with you.
You're thinking second in line. You're thinking that hell is some sort of like, what's the
Corporate
word you
ladder.
like?
Hierarchy.
Oh, corporate ladder. No, we're not like you mortals with your whole like systems. I'm in charge, honestly. I do the work. I run the meetings. The dude
You
sits in a
deserve the
tower.
promotion.
I get the promotion. And in return, you guys just kill him. It solves your problem. It solves my problem. Honestly, probably even solves Despatter's problem. Why else would a dude stay inside all day? That's not healthy.
And
Right?
so you swear that after we kill him on the River Styx, we will be under your protection to safely use the portal and get to the next layer.
On the contract. No, you
And
guys...
come back up.
Ooh, now come back up. We might have to work. I can't just let you come back through. That would be a lot.
I'm sure we'll find another way. To
I'm
get out of here.
sure. Worst case scenario, we'll make another deal when it gets here.
Try
Oh,
to
we
it
can make...
easier here.
Honestly, again, do you want my card? You see he pulls out a bright red gold card.
We do
Puts just like, listen,
He reminds me of
ever
Why
want
are
me?
you
Drop a
agreeing to
blood on
any-
that, say the words on the back.
awful.
You've got an instant thing. Instant. Honestly, it's Despatter's personal line, but like, again, he doesn't answer, so I just kind of use it. It's helpful.
You got it.
Like, man, you wouldn't believe how many mortals make deals with us devils these days. And so,
I'm starting to get that.
does that sound good? I think that's fair. Can I try one of those, what do you call them,
Absolutely.
Spinach Puffs?
Spinach Puffs. Here you go, sir.
Pops him in his mouth. It's like basically like ash before it's mouth, just of how hot like he seems to be radiating. Not bad. I've eaten worse. I like it. I'll get the recipe. I'll have my people call your people.
I've eaten worse.
Kronk's over
What
here
kind
like.
of compliment
"I have
is
people."
that?
The little devil Kronk goes, don't worry, boss. I'll talk to him.
That's terrifying and I love it. Oh my god.
That's amazing. I love it so much.
Sure.
Do we see the other
Since we
Finland
got to
people?
hell?
No one can see this,
Okay,
right?
so
Keep
it's
in mind,
just-
Kronk is talking to himself.
I
As
just
far as you
realized
guys know, it's
Kronk
just,
is
oh yeah, I got you,
legitimately
buddy.
crazy.
Kronk seems crazy.
He does good work though.
Yes, he does.
And makes a mean spinach puff.
Why do we have so many
So,
crazy people?
all
I'm
right.
not crazier.
Listen,
Seriously, this is going to
I'm
be a
gonna
pattern.
say this. This sounds good. I'll be the first to put my name on this contract. You see, he signs in this ancient abyssal, right?
Can we read the name?
For those that can read and write abyssal,
Yes.
can you guys? I think you can read
I
abyssal,
can.
but you can
I
talk.
am
I can't remember if you can.
linguist, so whatever that
Yes.
entails.
So both of us.
Basically this dark lord and ruler, he maker of deals, and like in some part CEO.
Is there a name on there?
Not a name. Again, these are titles that devils use. Still binding, right? Because again, it's
Okay.
as a devil title. Because he's not
Yeah.
dumb enough to put a real name kind of vibe. But no, it's a binding like title for him. You see though, this Mr. T just goes, awesome, all right. Pass it around. Everyone gonna put a quick note on.
And I'm assuming we can like read the contract and make sure we're like.
This
just
is a
agreeing to
basic
the
like
terms.
you take out the
Anyone have seen
aforementioned written name of just what will be Despotter, as he's like, oh, I'm writing it. Take him out. You completely unmolested to the portal. Everything.
He said we have
This
access
feels
to the
too good to
pool
be
too,
true.
right?
Oh yeah, pool's open.
What kind of pool is it?
Finest lava pool you'll ever find.
Aha.
Is this only if we kill him, or is this while we're under contract?
This is only if you. I feel like other employees would totally get jealous if I just let you guys into the company pool and the brunch and stuff. Like without fulfilling the deal, we're all about finishing
Okay,
contract.
quick question. Can you get us there in a quick and orderly fashion.
That's got to be on your own. I've got meetings, unfortunately. Honestly, I'm like about a couple seconds away from having to just blip. So, and I'm pushing this other thing. Cool. Does anyone not sign anything?
I sign as more of you.
Cool. All of you sign it. Hook signs it. Raja absent. You see, just perfect. I'll let you guys hold on to this. Don't worry. I already had a CC'd copy back to my personal vault in my ribcage. So, all's good. I'll talk to you guys. Gotta go. Gotta jet. And hey, welcome to Dis. Boom! Disappears in flame.
I'm
He
trying to figure out who
disappears.
this person
Disappears.
is.
Yeah, August, we now know who he is in the Disney franchise.
No.
Yeah,
Dang it!
he never tells
Dang
us.
it, I was
Oh,
hoping.
is this the guy from Anastasia?
It's not Rasputin.
No, it better not be Rasputin.
He said his name is Mr. T.
Yeah.
So.
I will tell you, it's
Tartarus.
maybe looser, but it's still Disney. Everything about this is still Disney.
So,
Are we pulling it?
when Raja comes back, it's gonna be that, where were you this time?
You turn around, Rod. Here?
Liar.
Nope.
Was he actually here? Was he invisible? Because I have blind sense now, so if he was within 10 feet of me invisible, I would have known.
You do have blind sense now.
Yeah.
Raja was behind you just a
Okay.
little bit.
Thank you for the Okay, so then I wouldn't have had to even ask that, because I would have known.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go fight this person.
Can we take a rest first before we get there?
You see, Raja,
Two of us need to heal.
How about
honestly,
we try and find
I
some
could take
shelter?
a brief pause.
Okay,
I look
does
at him like
anyone
this, like-
have, like, Lehman's Tiny Hut? Magnificent
That would be
I
Mansion?
do actually have one of those.
Let's
really?
sleep
I do
there,
indeed. We have
please.
never needed to use it.
This is a spell that's come up once before in Disney
Right,
D&D.
once before.
Oh, yeah.
And that was to
In
protect
France.
Maurice during
Yeah.
the invasion of
Mhm.
France.
I have Galder's Tower,
Galder's Tower.
and I actually have a spell slot for it.
Ooh, well done.
Okay, so let's sleep in there.
Is that
That's
when
a
we
good
fall
idea.
asleep? Is that what it is?
All of you can
Yeah.
sleep. Like Raja's even like that. I can take watch, but that's about it.
Well, since we never had that conversation earlier because we got interrupted by
Oh,
other
yes,
I
because
think when
the
everyone
divine
else
sense.
is asleep, I'll stay up and talk to Raja
Yeah.
briefly.
Jeez, that was a good divine sense.
That
I
was
wasn't expecting
great.
that. Kept me
That
on my
was like
toes.
John Smith pulling out that.
I have
also-
a question. If he hadn't sensed him, would we have been attacked? I'm just curious.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or there may have been other stuff.
Okay.
Also, after I cast that, I want to use because oh my goodness, that sounds like it's gonna die.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's the
I
squeaky chair.
want to cast my 3 top level spells into my diamond because I didn't actually use any of those spell slots. I only used what was in my diamond.
Well done.
So, do you want to know which spells? I assume yes.
Yes, and make sure to write them down yourself too.
Yeah. I just want to let you know too.
Here's what we're gonna do, Jasmine. You can take Raja away. Morph, make his tower, guys. This actually,
cool tower,
Morph, you actually see it like seems to be the same stone coloring of Dis, right? This like very grayish black rock, like that
Why is it
erupts,
stone?
right?
Let's
Could have
add
been
some
dat
pink.
stone.
Can we just add some pink?
Oh,
Please, can I
we're
add some
gonna
pink?
like have
Make
to
it
deal with
blue.
these puns
Make
this
it
whole
pink.
time.
Yes, we will.
I will dispute
Make it-
anything you say about
Gosh
it.
dang it.
I mean, or I'm like, oh, it would
Morph,
be better in
no
pink.
Morph, because what you're noticing is the tower seems to kind of have a natural, not like true camouflage, right? But like it helps. So like if people are
Is-
trying to like see it, it's not
is-
gonna.
Is being here disfiguring us in any way?
Morph as you cast the tower. Jasmine, you can take Raja's side at a room in this tower, or just
Okay.
anywhere.
Mhm.
What do you want to say?
I think she's gonna lead with. So, Zariel. That wasn't a bad plan, but did it have to be a surprise?
Would you have gone along with it
Yes.
if it meant that quite possibly your friends would have died?
That was kind of already on the table.
Let me see how I would phrase this without that in my head.
Yeah. Well,
The plan wasn't for all of them to die. That was obvious enough. It was an acceptable risk.
no. You don't think that. Princess, I've watched you since a child. You have these friends. You have these bonds. Mortals all do. I would have proposed this, and you would have found a way to try to change it, or make it safer, or done something. Someone would have gotten even worse hurt. You would have blamed yourself, and I would have had to deal with you whining through all the 8 layers.
It's true.
I did what I thought was best. You're alive, and honestly, we didn't lose any of them. And now we have another body to throw at them. So?
I would appreciate things like this not being sprung on me.
Fair enough. But if you want to get to Asmodeus, do as I say.
I trust you that far.
Roger bows his head, kind of walks away then.
Can I also ask him something really quickly though?
Yeah.
Do you want a text or a message?
Text.
Okay.
Are you ever gonna tell me what all really happened between you and my grandfather?
What do you think?
I don't know. The story I got from Butch was so messed up. I don't know when he met you, on the way down, on the way up. I don't know what you saw, what you knew, what you said. Just have the vaguest outline.
Well, there's your answer. Vague outlines. With that, we are going to cut
He's
to a
got such
bit of
an
a rest
attitude.
time.
I don't know.
Don't we all though?
Don't we all?
Oh, are we getting dreams?
Super crunk.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
I get some dreams.
In the second
I
night.
love dream
I love
sessions.
dreams.
Honestly, they're so cool,
They're really
but
fun.
Morph is not excited for this.
I know, like there's
Lately,
so cool
every
for us,
time
but, like,
Morph
as a
has a
character,
dream,
they're
it's
so...
not good. Last time you gave Morph a dream, it was, oh, you brought back
Alrighty.
Captain Flint.
We should get ready for your first dream session, or, bit of a dream. Dreams are powerful in Disney.
Yeah.
Everyone has dreams.
You know the song from Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Dream, 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 dream.
Close your
Gosh,
eyes, shut
your mouth, dream
Oh,
a
it's
dream.
such
in
a
the
stupid movie.
Dream, dream,
I've not
dream,
seen
dream,
that
dream,
movie.
dream.
It's
Don't waste your time.
Thumbelina.
He actually mentioned, he was like, do you want to watch it again? And I was like,
We get to start with you, Thumbelina.
ooh.
As you all, and again, I'm with the tower, it does take away. I'm not going to ask for specific shifts because you have that added protection.
Thank you.
Thumbelina, it is an interesting dream because first and foremost, what you realize is everything seems muted and dull. Whereas you've had these dreams, usually of just basically memories of your past or events in your life, this one feels like you're watching through a window. Almost in the sense of, you could even maybe assume, is it being in Tartarus, right? Like, that is kind of literally detrimental to your very core.
Yeah.
But everything seems strange. You do, though, as you are flying through Pixie Hollow, you see yourself passing over the horn, you see yourself casting spells. You hear a voice in your dream. I did warn you, madam, that entering Tartarus would be completely detrimental and obviously deadly to a fairy. You turn around and seemingly, again, in that outer sense, but not this figure. This figure seems crisp. This is Ravenwing. Ravenwing is here in your mind, right? Like, otherwise, like, your memories seem almost muted. This seems very crisp.
You warned me, but didn't tell me the rewards as well.
Level with me, princess. Did you think you were going to come here ever?
No.
Neither did I.
When we met, you were my tutor, I assumed I'd be queen by now. But that surely did not happen.
I did too.
Oh. Wait, he thought you would be queen over Moonbeam.
She was always gonna
You
be
get that. You see, no, your advisor, mentor, this almost like father figure to you, just in that, like, no, you were the best. You see he not just...
Sorry.
I will say, it was quite a shock when you went to Tartarus.
going low deep into Tartarus can ensure I can come back. Isn't it worth it?
Maybe not for the reasons you would like to hear. Thumbelina, I have watched you unlike the other fairies. I have tried to keep tracks on you, as I have always held the hope of your return. When my sources saw you entering Tartarus, I grew very worried about what this could mean for you. Not in any sense of the obvious danger of you being literally a magnet for fiend energy, but what others might do. Melina, I am and hope to be a friend to you, but I am also first and foremost a royal advisor of Pixie Hollow. You must know it was my duty to inform the Council of Fae of your journey. They are pleased with your choice and offer, shall we say, a message. I've currently been awake for the past 48 hours hoping for you to sleep. Thankfully, you've just done so.
It's been a long 48 hours. You have no idea.
It's been 48 hours.
That we've
Up
been
there,
awake.
because time moves differently.
Yeah.
For you, for you guys, it's been about like still 12 hours for you guys.
Yeah.
But like time is a little different. You do though see that Ravenwing just the council has offered you, shall we say, a proposition to gain back the honor of a return.
Oh.
They want you to kill Asmodeus.
Probably.
What's the deal?
I think you know the deal.
You want me to kill him, don't you?
The council, Thumbelina,
The king of
has always been of the mind that Fae and Fiend balance directly. And since the passing of your mother, that Hell has had and still has a significant hold in terms of power.
So what if they had just placed me on the throne, then they wouldn't have had the
Despondent.
You and I know this.
the distinction.
But
They do not see you
The
as
disagreement.
true rule. They see you as have committing matricide and regicide, of course, against your sisters and siblings, who one of which would have been the natural to lead, but we all know that wouldn't have happened.
We actually did kill her, so I mean,
It happened twice. It's not helping your case here.
Sorry.
It really isn't. You're right. Do you see why I am worried, Thumbelina?
Yes.
Let alone Asmodeus is basically a god in that dark pit. What could happen to the world if the Lord of the Nine Hells dies?
Oh, it's gonna go to crap.
Tell them I will think on their offer, but I may have an alternate solution, but I need time to come up with it.
I will deliver the message as such, but it will get harder for me to try to reach you
I understand.
as you journey. Even now, you see, he kind of looks around. He can't see the memories, but maybe that like mental link of just, this seems unstable.
Is there a way I can contact you to let you know I've come up with something?
Do you have access to
I do. I have a
dimensional
way.
planar spells?
No, wait, I have a way. Because I already told you, I have a way to actually send something to a whole nother plane. So you already
She
know
did
that you
just
have a
tell you
way to
that.
do it.
She did tell me that.
You have a way to access me, Thumbelina?
I do.
We have a way to send messages through planes.
Good.
No,
No,
it's
sending
something
is
better.
only planar.
I love this. I have Galba's
Something
courier.
is waiting in the world. The Council of Fairies may be ignorant fools that won't accept it, but something is happening. I know you will be safe, but always think ahead. You see, with a touch of your shoulder, you awake Thumbelina out of your sleep, feeling that ghost of a hand, but knowing it was never really there. Ooh, man. Mr. Incredible.
So, I have a suggestion. We kill Osmodius, and we put Mr. Incredible in his place.
The Lord of Hell!
Better Mr. Incredible than Hades, honestly. Like, I'll take it.
I
Mr.
would
Incredible.
rather have Hades.
Yes.
You see...
Hades seems easier to kill at this point.
How do I want to describe this for you? Actually, no, I'll say this. Mr. Incredible, what would be your comfort memory? In terms of, like, everyone's got, like...
With Frozone.
Well, yeah, like, maybe it's, like, a simple thing. Maybe it's, like, a battle. But, like, what would be that, like, even when you're awake, it's that, like, oh, that was a good
Until
time.
after he got married.
It'd probably be like. It'd probably be with Frozone. Either that or like. I feel like one of my comfort memories that's been tainted would be being trained.
Oh,
With
this game's
Yeah, I love that. I think that's beautiful. So, Mr. Incredible,
Very.
you see, it's like early days. You were this, like, 18-year-old kid. Lucius and you having discovered your powers, right? Like, and, like, Lucius kind of did more of a solo. He never really found a mentor. But you got him with Gazer Beam, right? Like, and, like, both your battles together. And, like, the time you, like, stopped the runaway train. All the times he made you climb a tree to get a cat for an old lady. It's kind of that, like, mosh podge of memories. You feel, though, as you're experiencing these memories of reaching up for the goal and everything, you feel weight on your arms. And this isn't, like, the normal weight of, like, you know, maybe, like, if you're doing a push-up or, you know, pushing on the bar, it almost feels like a drag. And this is weird. Normally I don't do this, but, like, give me a perception check in your dream.
Okay.
In looking at this.
I just got it.
That's a nat one.
You feel...
Is it like?
I just read it,
Does it
and
feel like
says
I'm like
if it's on another
in the
planet, it doesn't
water,
work,
like
and
that
I thought it said
resistance,
it does
or-
work.
That's kind of like, you're like, maybe it's that
Yeah, I
water.
thought
Am
it
I
said it
swimming?
does.
Oh, like when I'm in a
I'm so
pool
sorry.
training. But
That was
you
me
do get the feeling there
misreading
might
the
be
spell.
more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're just not sure of what's dragging your body inwards. You do, though, hear your voice. Or what you think is your voice. And your mind just...
Oh,
Isn't it great to just go on
you're right.
autopilot?
Okay, so I can do it. That's good.
Just let go. And you hear the little... And as you wake up, you feel the laughter on your lips and the realization of, was I laughing alone? Or was there another thing laughing with me?
Dude, I don't
I
like your
don't like
dreams.
this.
$5 on the clone
The
being
clone!
alive and doing evil stuff,
Yes.
taking over
Yeah.
like places while he's gone down here.
$10 that we're gonna have to end up dealing with that in the Sunday session.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Not a problem.
I swear, someone
more.
mentioned Sumani City like the last time we were having a Sunday session. Like, oh, and all the crazy stuff going on there. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this.
Jim Hawkins,
We're just causing so many problems.
what's your comfort memory right now?
Again, it's the
Probably solar sailing.
Solar Sim.
doesn't care.
Jim, you're having a good dream. Maybe not like the first in a long time, but it's that like, oh, it feels good when you're like, oh, I can just like rest and your mind feels at ease. You see yourself on your first board ever created. Jankiest piece of crap that
That's
should have blown
great.
up, but it was made by you. You see your foot hitting the ignition. You see yourself sailing through star and sky. And you see the old Benbow. And you see your mom. You see like early memories. Very much like the movie in that like, those old days before I even knew about silver even, or ships, or Desanya, or Hook, or devils, right? Like, what a wild time being like a teen. But as you have those memories, Jim, you feel your mind almost against your will, but naturally though, see yourself and you're 6. And you see the book with your mom. And I'm going to ask something really weird of you. I might ask you to roleplay this, if that's okay. Just like a very young, just a little bit. Just
okay.
You see this young memory. It's of you and your mom. And your mom has just finished reading this book with you. And you see she's, now, was that fun? Did you like it?
I'm sorry, it's weird to try to roleplay.
It is. I've asked a strange thing.
Yeah,
Pretend you're 6 and she just read you a book.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, I do 6 graders every day.
I know,
Sure.
it's like,
You see though,
so many
your mom
years
just
of
like,
movies.
all right, now you're gonna go to bed now.
We both know that's not going to happen.
Let's see. No. But you see, your mom just like,
Do you hang out
All
with
right.
6-year-olds ever?
and Jim, you see your mom. She puts a book on the shelf. She gives you a goodnight kiss, and she walks out of the door. I need you to roll a perception check. You two are the only two that will probably have these because of just how it's going.
I know.
Nope, that's how it works. That's how it works. Now it's a
She
curse.
did that to me last time. She was like, "Here, blow on." I'm like, "I'm wearing a mask." Okay.
Perception, that's a 18.
18. Jim, you
Jim is a
hear
weird
it
6-year-old.
before you even see it.
Do we
You've been obsessed with these things since you were so young. You see and hear a ship coming out of orbit down to the dock. And you can't help, it's late, but you look over and you see it, and it's such a beautiful looking ship, right? It's gotta go so fast. And you look down and see the door of the inn opening though, and you see your dad walking outside.
Oof.
Oh.
He's going to go get milk, guys.
I was just waiting for August to mention this. I'm like, oh.
You though hear your mom yell, "Wait, what are you doing?" What would you do?
Probably watch. Listen.
You watch. You can't hear much. You see your father turned around, not moving much, but you can tell talking. You hear your mom just, "What about us? What about James? Does Jim mean nothing to you?" You see the figure of your father look up. And maybe it may be that instinctive, either you kind of like look back or just, but you know he looks up to your room window. You don't hear what could have been said as you watch your father sling a pack over his back and start walking down and away. Is there anything you would do as you watch this figure leave?
I mean, he would probably run down there.
You run down. You barely pass your mom, who you can tell is just crying, leaning against the door. By the time you get down, again, running as fast as your smaller legs will carry you, you already see, though, your dad has made it close enough to the ship. You see he turns around, hearing something, does see you, and you don't know or can't remember what that look in his eyes was. You see, though, this very young face, and this man gets into the ship and leaves. You watch these ships that you've admired so much fly out into the stars, but never back with your dad. And Jim, you wake up in a cold sweat. In that, what?
This is why. When you asked about the theme song earlier.
Yeah.
Welcome
It's
to
because
Depression
of
Land.
Of just feelings of, man, what
As
a
Krog is like, okay,
old
boss.
time. What an old memory, but
Oh, that was
in
rough.
your head. Kronk.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
This will be
The
interesting.
one bad memory he has is burning the Spinach Puffs that one time.
Have you even seen
No.
Kronk's new group?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's so
Like,
good.
his dad is a character.
Kronk, you are having a pretty
I
pleasant
have
dream. It's you are out on a nature hike. You see the grass and trees. It's one of those your mind's like, because it's been rough being out. Even excuse me. Even in Wonderland, it's not like natural. You could tell, right? There is something very therapeutic about going camping outdoors. As you're walking, you actually look over and see a woman not walking next to you. And as she turns, she gives you a little smile. She just, where are we off to today, Kronk?
Is this Birdwell?
Well, I don't know actually. I was just kind of heading up this mountain. I guess just for fun.
Nothing better than getting lost in nature.
Oh, you're right about that. So, who are you?
Kronk, you're new
Yeah.
to this. It's me, Demeter.
Oh, hey!
Yes.
Hi.
How you been?
I've been doing wonderful.
Oh,
I
Kronk's
see
so
you
cute.
have as well.
Yeah, I mean, things could be better considering
They
where we
could.
are. But not bad. I mean, I got to make Spinach Puffs. We made a new friend.
And well done. It has been invigorating. I really now see what the other gods are saying. Having a champion, you smote Zariel to smithereens. It felt good.
Yeah.
Your action just in glorifying my name and in just protecting. Man, it's a rush.
It's pretty great.
It's
She's gonna
nothing
turn
but
into an
very
adrenaline
good.
junkie.
So I just had a small gift for you. You'll get it when you wake up, dear. No need to rush. Enjoy your walk. I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thanks. No
Hmm.
problem. Anytime.
Of
Really.
course.
Yeah.
Can you just
Yeah.
materialize one in your dream?
You ethereal spinach puffs are a delicacy. As she pops a memory of a spinach puff into her mouth and smiles, your dream fades off and man, Kronk, being the most well-adjusted, has his perks.
Hey, I
love
thought
how you
Jim was
play it
doing
as
pretty
well.
alright.
Right, I like throwing stuff in. But no, Kronk, you actually do have a pretty good dream.
Oh, Kronk's
In
so cute,
waking
you guys.
up, you see an interesting thing.
Yes.
There is lying next to you a small little bundle. Cloth bundle. Upon unwrapping it, you see. I need to know the number. Sorry. Okay. There are a ton. I'll give you the exact number in a second, but just to describe, of small little, like, almost bread-like cakes. You see each of them have like a berry or maybe like a dusting, like a fancy thing. And upon like maybe breaking one open or checking, they do seem to be filled with like fillings inside. There is a small note saying, "One a day or so should help tide you and your friends over for a good long time." As these big, kind of like lamps,
Small bite can fill the stomach.
as
Well,
what
they're
would
not.
have been a insane challenge because eventually you guys have to get. I'd have to say Demeter is offering that respect of what you're counting up here though, Kronk. You've got enough for like if every single one of you, including Hook, and not Roger, just demon-wise, all of you were to have them, you could go about a week, which is good. Like, one a day for 7 people for a week. Like,
Oh, we got this.
because there's about like 49.50.
One level a day.
Yeah.
There we go. We got this.
Goals.
One level a day, right? That should be possible.
We did one already.
You did do one already. That was well
And I mean, we do still have some Jabberwock meat for like when these run
do
out,
have-
if we need.
And you've got like other little spices, but this is going to help with big meals and sustenance, so you don't have to have other bad effects.
Or die.
So well done, Craig. No, like I mean, smiting a demon lord gets you perks from God. It helps to be a paladin.
Yeah,
It was a
seriously.
demon lady. Gosh.
Demon lady, of course.
Demons are gingery.
There's only 2 left, but we'll still check. All right. Yep. Morph. Morph.
I swear, I always go last.
I
You
know.
always go last. How's
But
that possible?
cinematically, it fits.
I guess.
Okay, here we
Morph,
go.
you see yourself.
Like myself or my blob self?
Yours blob self.
Okay.
I'll be specific. As you see the blobulous morph that seems to move, it's both at first person and third person at the same time. Morph, though, very quickly you realize that you are being pulled. And as you are being pulled, you almost follow. You have that like, there's nothing. I'm just in emptiness and void. Why not? I shall move. As you move, you see yourself drawing closer to a light. Closer and closer and closer. And you see almost brilliant shining as a dark hand closes around it and extinguishes it.
Oh crap,
And
is that
you
my soul?
Are once again alone.
Can I do an insight check on that?
You know it's your soul.
Oh gosh, I don't like the symbolism.
Morph, as you wake up in a cold sweat, your body shifted almost a foot in a direction.
Which direction?
The direction you guys were walking originally.
Okay, cool. Can I go wake up Jim and check to see if my thing, my
Your
soul
soul
is
is
still in
okay?
it? Yeah,
I
like
checked the
seriously.
bag.
I'll say, yeah, we'll still get you to.
That's
Compass still will point. Like, it's not like when both of
like,
you are
you
like,
know, my
oh,
soul
your soul
in
in
the
the
bag
bag.
of holding.
oh, yes.
Yeah, because like they have to
Gosh.
know it's there and will it to their
Wait,
hand.
do we have anybody on watch?
No, because we're.
Well, we're
This
in
is
the
their-
I know, but did we
Yes.
think about it?
I.
So the person who was on watch, would they have seen Morph move?
Oh.
I mean, but like shifting in your sleep.
Yeah, but moving a whole couple of feet and it's a
Especially
blob
for
that's this
Zor.
big. That's a long ways to move.
I will say this. Let me just. It's a quick
I'm
look
just
roll.
curious.
That's weird.
Whoever it was, would they have? I mean, because like
But, like,
imagine
what
that you're.
are-
It's like you're moving an entire
Okay.
like
Mhm.
king size
Um,
bed over.
Kronk,
Yeah.
go ahead and make me a perception check. It would have been your turn on watch, I'm going to say.
Also, but,
'cause
like,
I was
are we
saying-
sleeping in the same room?
There are technically only 2 rooms in Galdur's Tower, the way it works, and so one. I
But
would've
with
made
having
for, like,
people that are
eating and
tinier or
one
like
for
can go up or
sleeping,
down,
kind of
it's
thing,
it's enough you probably can.
Yeah.
11.
11? No, Kronk, you want to?
Okay.
Because again, people shift in their sleep.
Yeah.
Jim was rolling around a
Well,
bunch,
I
like
have
Thumbelina
no idea
didn't
what
look.
morph even is still.
It's true, like
I'm a
normal.
blob. I'm a
Kronk
blob.
watching Morph
It's
like
normal.
float in his sleep, like, is this
It's sleepwalking.
natural?
He's
Like,
just sleepwalking.
Yeah.
right? No. So it would have been that natural, like, okay, something's happening.
Okay.
But
Oh, that
nothing.
is
I will say, Kronk, though,
awful.
nothing like
That was a pretty
Morph
bad
flew out the
dream.
window.
I know.
Like it just kind of was that natural, like, oh, Morph's just
They
floating.
literally just like.
We can get to
Um,
Jasmine next, and
Jasmine.
I'm going to talk to Jim about my dream because I'm freaked out.
You see,
So am I.
you are running through the dark, dark, hot winds of Dis.
And you're thinking this sucks.
You see
You're gonna
things
get
pass.
killed by August.
You see, Jasmine, as you're running in the distance, large smokestacks factories running, and you know, can't stop, gotta go faster. As you were running, you suddenly feel that innate sense of, no, people are ahead, people are behind, I'm trapped. and you hear a voice chuckle. Well done. Good luck getting out of that one.
Oh my.
Do I recognize this voice?
And as you turn to see, you see something that almost blinds your mind before you wake up.
What?
Which is?
You don't know. It is in the act of looking at something, whatever your eyes just registered shocked you awake. And you don't seem to recall what it could be. Jasmine, though, no check needed. You've heard the voice before.
You gonna tell me who it is?
No.
She can't roll an insight?
She knows.
Do you know?
Maybe you should text her.
I don't. It kind of sounds like it,
Different
but August does love voices for a lot of people.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. There's only so many different voices that you can keep
Well,
track
just
of.
because to know.
Yeah.
But we don't need to
Because like
know.
my first guess was Rasha, but I'm always unsure.
Yeah.
Just because, like, August, you do a great job with different voices. It's just you have to do hundreds of NPCs, and so there's going to be a lot of similarities with a lot of voices.
Guys,
So
did you know?
this is not against you.
Okay, random fact I learned the other day. So the guy who did Harry Potter, like the audiobooks, he won awards because of the hundreds of individual voices he created
Good for him.
for the book. Sorry, as
Makes
we were
sense.
talking about voices.
If I guess what I saw, will you tell me if I'm right?
Sure.
My grandfather.
No.
Okay, but was that a good guess? Of like something that would be shocking and impossible?
Was. Yes. But I texted you something.
Yeah,
Is your grandpa dead?
yeah, he's supposed to be dead.
That would be interesting then.
It could be Lily.
And yes, I said
That is not Lily's voice.
Lily was supposed to be dead, and there she
All of
was.
you find yourselves in the tower. You are all awake. You have all taken a long rest. Well done.
Yay.
I'll mark that down myself.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk to Jim real quick and just
So you get all your
tell him
hit points
about
back.
my dream.
And all your spells back.
Just so that, and I'm going to say, so I moved like 2 whole feet in my sleep. I don't think that happens very often. And
Okay.
I explained what happened in my dream. I'm like, and I moved in the direction of where we were planning on going.
Do you think maybe your body is over there?
Hopefully. Hopefully my soul is safe.
I say we get your body and get the heck out of here.
Honestly.
No. We will help the others.
See, Hook, actually, who has just spoken, gives you kind of a weird look, just like, all right, missing body, sounds right. Cool.
Mind your own business.
Cast deafness on him.
And I just messaged to Jim, you know,
know what?
we
I do
both
it.
can
I
message
cast
each other.
deafness
Right?
All right, you
Wait,
cast
really?
Make him roll.
Cast blindness.
What's the save?
Pool.
Oh
Let's see.
Dude.
Sorry. Constitution.
It is a con, thank you.
Just saying, that is so funny because both Jim and I have
Yeah, he fails.
the message
He's
spell. So we can just.
I know. Why would you have been, like, you would have said that to him in message anyway.
It doesn't take Hook long to realize, like, oh shoot, I'm deaf now. Like,
For a minute.
yeah.
He's
So, like,
Literally deaf
Q-tip
for a
now.
whole minute.
you see, it just.
This is amazing.
You know what I want? I want him to cast it on Jack Sparrow and see what he does.
Hook gives you another weird look and just walks out, or like out of the tower, just in that like outside the doorway.
Hook! Wait! Oh no.
Why are we antagonizing the very
Hook raises a
already
finger behind
antagonistic
you.
ally?
He didn't have to know,
Oh,
but
no,
like,
you were gonna say he raises a hook behind me.
I dropped
honestly,
about
that's
40
fucking
seconds
the same
in.
thing.
all right, yeah.
That was
He still
funny.
sees that. You see, he's like kind of that like pack up, like patting himself down, getting ready.
Cool.
Cool.
That was really funny.
That was pretty funny. You are all well rested in the Lair of Dis. As you
we
guys,
take the tower with us. Can it just be put on wheels?
I know it's disappointing, but no.
no,
Dang it.
Wait, so you just
It
like
showed
leave a
the-
tower there forever?
No, the
Or does
spell
it
does
dissolve?
expire.
Okay.
I'd have to cast it every day for a year there, and then it would be permanent, and that would be pretty dope. Not
That's a
gonna lie.
wild mechanic. That like it can be though.
I know,
Yeah, it's same
right?
with like teleportation portals, and then there's a fortress that does the same thing.
Yes.
That's cool. Sorry, yes, we're going places.
no, it's good. Because I'm gonna say, as you guys all head off,
I'm gonna do an investigation
What?
check to make sure nothing's trying to kill us currently.
Go for it.
I
Okay.
take up knitting as I just ride on the Palanquinio.
So we know that I'm assuming Kronk would have shared the sweets with the.
That was so close to a natural
things.
20.
Is that just for food, or is that also for like
Saving off the
psychological? You know what I'm asking?
This is a nutritious Kronk, so I'm going to tell you this. It's a full nutrient booster thing. This is like the
This is
equivalent of,
newest
it's like
diet
you
fad.
just ate a big old bowl of rice, but it's also like the most amazing protein carb. It's giving you everything you would need, and it's going
It's
to
like
last
the legal
like
version
a good...
of steroids.
It's
I wouldn't even say
I know.
steroids. It's
It's
a
more useful
filler
than
that
that.
actually does more than just fill
So
and
is
keeps you
it-
from being hungry. It actively is still keeping you nourished, which is important. I'd say, Kronk, you probably know this, being that like more very outdoorsy paladin kind of guy. It's important to keep healthy. Like, yeah, you can adventure, but there's a difference between I've put food in my body and I had a good meal.
It's true.
But do these like take any? Do they help any with the psychological damage that we will be dealing with? Do you know what I'm asking?
Yes. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, so
asking
they're
about
not magical in the sense of help with that.
Okay. Is there any way I can do a check now that I'm a super healing kind of person anyway? Is there a way to do a check to see what kind of psychological damage we've started to get, or would we all have felt it already?
I feel
yeah,
fine, actually.
go ahead.
So
and
I
do
know,
it.
like we all feel fine, and it's making me very suspicious.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah, let's call it
Also,
Arcana.
I rolled a natural 2, so I got a 12 on investigation.
You got a 12. Good to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kronk. That last one is Kronk.
That was a natural 20?
3 on Arcana.
Oh, natural 3. That's a lot more disappointing.
5 is
Oh.
8.
I guess I can add that.
I mean, I can do Arcana. Like, if you talk to me about it, I can do it because I have a +10. Just saying. You should talk to me about
So an
it.
8 and a 2.
No, you are.
Well, she got 12 on
Yeah, I got
You gotta
12.
investigation. Mine
Here's
turned
what's
20.
going to happen.
Would I have mentioned it to Morph? I mean, we probably would have been flying around.
That's
the
more
same
like
airspace.
you have to decide whether you would have
Yeah.
been talking to other people about
So, if I had been talking to Morph, could we roll with?
it. Could I roll too?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, look at
Yes, I'll say
Thank you.
yes. Sorry.
Oh, that's a lot better. That's a 24.
Oh, it's so much better.
Right? Oh, now you just roll up to a
24.
natural 20 just to tease me.
that.
Of course.
It's such a jerk.
So that's the Arcana.
Yeah.
A lot of memes too.
24. Thumbelina. Madness and psychological damage can set in differently for some people versus others. You feel, though, on a 24, this is different than Wonderland. There is a difference. Almost like, for Pixel, it's kind of one and the same. Each layer has its own vibe. You get the definite feeling that coming up here soon, you're gonna start feeling effects. As what would have just been a surprise roll for you guys, now you know that in a short time, there's going to be some sort of something to try to avoid or get rid of.
Cause psychological damage.
Fun.
Yep.
It'll be exciting.
So I'm just gonna let
You're
the
good.
party know that currently we have not dealt any psychotic damage. Luck, yes. However, it's coming. Just so you know. That way, it's not a surprise to anyone.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really want to speedrun this place.
Speed run!
Especially
Alright.
because we really don't want to know what happens to Incredible.
Did I hear about the steroid conversation?
The what?
Mr. Incredible's like, I can market these.
We need to figure out the recipe for these.
If only we had that thing that you had in
I think it's called
Harry
ambrosia.
Potter, where you could figure out the different components of things.
That was really convenient.
Mhm.
I don't have that here.
Mhm.
I wish. Oh, that was so cool.
You guys start traveling. Here's what I'm going to give. Now that you have, there will be a bit of, shall I say, downtime. Raja can give you a brief map, just description of the world.
I heard nap and I was so confused. Why
Nap.
he was giving us
You're
a
not
nap.
getting a nap.
I'm like, how can you
There-
give us a nap? He doesn't have
There
a sleep
ain't
spell.
no rest for the
I do.
wicked. Welcome to
Yeah,
Dis.
speaking of lava pools.
Is that the river Styx? No.
No.
Is this
No.
Mustafar when you said it's kind
No,
of
it looks
Disney?
like this one monster
No.
that I fought one time.
Oh.
You guys see.
You haven't fought that monster yet.
Yeah, I know.
Raja is going to explain to you, for those watching at home, I've just thrown up the map there as well. Dis was and is a world and dimension of mining, we can say. In its center is the Iron City, where Dispatcher rules. Dispatcher has always been superstitious and cautious and paranoid and basically doesn't leave. There are a couple of the bigger factories. They've always done armor, but even as Mr. T told you, they've started branching out. There
Fashionable
are
armor.
basically
Ornamental.
these... Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to say 5. There are these 4 major factories across the lands, and there are like 2 more, shall we say, major cities, or I guess one could even call them ports, because it's a place where a lot of demons go with supplies to when mortals summon them, and they make deals to get, armor from hell, and it's like, well, cool, here's the bare minimum kind of vibe.
And then there's this tiny little outpost looking doohickey in the northwest.
Up in the northwest, that's kind of what Raja describes to you. That's more of a forge. It's why even though the haze spreads, it's a place to vent.
So I'm sorry, is there like magical hell armor that Jasmine could steal down here to not be so squishy?
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
There
That would
might
be
be
very
some good
nice.
stuff to steal down here
You
for
really need
anyone.
to get to know to get to know Rapunzel. She makes really nice armor.
Jasmine met Rapunzel first. I love that.
sewed dragon leather.
I know.
But yes.
But as you guys are walking, Raja kind of gives you the rivers here. They're not pure fire, but they are so polluted to the fact that pollution helps them, that they are rivers of just liquid fire and toxin that just expels forth. But it hit a critical point and are now just decent to like for demons. Like, all right, this is nice.
Lovely.
And why there's no sky or light?
This is an
How much
industrial
smog
world.
are we inhaling?
You see though, Raj's, and of course the Emere Magna, been around for millennia, quite an impressive company, really making strides in the mortal world. But it's how do we get across to the Iron City? Raja, I actually need, this is going to be a group survival check.
Oh crap.
In terms of figuring out where you guys are. You have the idea of like,
so
we know from where the compass is pointing us that it's most likely pointing us like to Despotter, like it's that this is where we need to go. It's like,
Nat 20.
ooh, that's gonna be very helpful.
I got a 19.
A 19.
That's the highest I'll ever roll for survival.
Dirty 20.
8.
8.
I rolled
usually
a
what I
natural
roll.
4.
I only
Three.
have a +1 to survival. I rolled
Dirty
so
20.
lucky.
Paladin's coming in clutch, Thumbling as well, and Morph.
Good job, guys.
You guys start triangulating, and it's like Raj is giving you that like input of like, well, I mean, there's like a mountain range here that where you guys get the distinct impression that you are actually in the southernmost quadrant and almost east, because if you were to start heading what you could assume, or like what you could just arbitrarily call west,
We'd
you would
run to the
eventually hit
river.
one of these rivers.
Lovely.
But in continuing on the river,
Not doing that.
it would take you directly to the Iron City, but you would run into one of these other major cities beforehand.
And would there be stuff to steal in that city?
Very possibly.
Let's do it.
And what are these rivers made of?
Fire,
Lava,
toxin,
air,
poison.
Yeah, I bet we don't take the rivers.
But
But
we
just
can
go up
travel
along the side of
along
it.
the river.
Like, that's our compass
Yeah.
point. Just follow the river. I mean, yes, we have a compass, but...
What does Raja, I guess I shouldn't be the one to ask, but does he know what to expect in this city?
Never
As
been.
far as like other
Raja.
people?
Also,
Oh, devils with wares.
I'm
Merchants,
going
really.
to go ask Jim, where is the compass leading us right now?
Come still pointing same way. That's how you guys made the nature checks. Is
so
towards
is it
that.
Cube the city?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought I made that
Are
clear.
all these portals going to be in the stronghold?
Of course they
Yes.
are. Because they have to be protected.
Why
You
does
don't want
everyone have to
just
be
people going through
logical?
Why couldn't a devil lord just place it in his backyard?
Yeah, well, it is in his
Well, yeah, no,
backyard.
it's-
That's a problem.
He has a really nice, well-protected backyard.
Very, very nice, well protected backyard.
I have a very nice, well-protected backyard, don't we all? Isn't that like
I
the
don't
point?
have a backyard or a house.
Well, then you just choose to be a nomad, though. It's not like you could have a house if you wanted, right?
Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start in a bit of downtime because I'm assuming it's more that straight shot. There's not a lot of
We're just
crazy
down.
stuff. It's downtime.
I'm going to keep on doing successive investigation checks to make sure to be aware of anything that might be following us, if that's okay.
I also have divine sense, so that might be helpful every now and again.
Yes, it would. I'll say it like this. Here's how I'll play it, Alicia Kronk. You have a bit of a ways. From what Raj could tell you, just to get to the first city is going to be about 2 days journey.
Huh.
Even if we go super fast?
Even like if you were to like double time it, it couldn't stealth. Like this is a huge world that has just been like ravaged for resources, right? Like it's just expansive nothingness up top. Like there are mines underground, but no check needed. Raja is not talking about the mines or anywhere down below, because that could get easily immediately dangerous.
Wow, this is gonna take a while.
Kronk, you have, I think, a good 3 or 4 a day for your divine sense. No, divine sense is
No,
based
I
off your
thought it-
proficiency.
I thought it only lasted for a matter of an hour at most.
So divine.
No, I'm
sense-
talking about the amount you get out of it, right?
I
'Cause-
get it 5 times per long rest.
Let's see.
yes, because it's based off your proficiency bonus.
Okay, yeah.
And the last
Well, yes,
for
no,
how
it's
long?
inherently there. There's so many, like, before you have to take, like, an 8-hour rest, how many times you can do it?
Let me 1 second.
I think you're right. I
Yep.
think it is
Oh, excuse me.
proficiency
Number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh.
So what's your
She can
charisma
do it
modifier?
6 times.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because her charisma
Cool.
You can do
plus
how
5,
many?
right?
Plus 5, yeah.
bonus.
I
Nice.
will say
Nice.
this.
That's really good.
You could play it extra safe, and I'll even include Mr. Incredible because you both have that gift from gods. If you wanted to, you could play it extra safe where you're both
Just
doing
kinda
it
stagger it.
almost every 2 hours. And if you do so, you will successfully avoid everything. But to do so, I'll say you wouldn't be moving as fast. It's like you'd be moving more cautiously, right? And it would be that caution of
smart.
you divine sense,
Honestly,
but okay, but we
yeah.
feel something big that's so far out or something. So let's
So we're
divert our
here.
course, right?
If we put the fairy in the bag of holding,
In the bag of
Are you
if
okay
though,
with that,
here's your other option. You,
No,
you
like,
get
yeah.
3 options.
It'll take more time
You
to fight
could
that, but
do,
that'll
like,
be-
You both alternate
maybe
where
I'll survive.
you only do it maybe like instead of like using up basically all 11 between you both, only like 5 times a day. It's not bad actually, but there would be chances of getting something to like hit you, but you're gonna move faster. It would be that easier, right? Because it's like, hey, we can keep moving forward. We trust our route, but that would happen. Or there is the like, hey, just very cautiously
speed run.
every so often, yeah, like a spear, we're booking it straight shot, but just generally you'll probably run into something that way. It's just you might get like with Miss Scrabble, that very lucky like something was behind us trying to sneak up kind of vibe.
I'd say
But here's what I'm gonna say before anyone answers. This is you two get to make it because it's your divine sense. So both of you get to maybe like deliberate. Because yeah, you can ask like an opinion, but I want the choice to come from you guys for it.
What do you think, Mr. Incredible? How do
I
you
was
want to play
just
this?
about to ask you that same thing.
that's awfully humble of him.
Very humble. Very.
Well, my thought is it's probably smart to get out of this as
As soon
fast
as
as possible
I will bite this bullet.
because I only have a week's worth of these delicious cakes from heaven.
You want some?
Yes.
And after that, we have to eat Jabberwock meat.
We can cook it pretty good.
I mean, like, we'll do a great job. I'm
Yeah.
not
But it's
concerned
like I
about
don't
that,
want to have
but
to
I
make a
just-
roast every day
Right, that's
versus.
really time consuming. It's a lot of effort.
It is
My
no.
spices
It
will
actually
run
would be
down.
time on day.
So
Yeah.
it's most efficient if we do it that way, but I also am concerned about our ability to protect the party because, let's be honest, we'd all be dead without help from above.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably not good to go without. It's probably not good to go entirely with it. But if we did it just 5 times a day instead of 11,
5's almost 6, right? Like every 4 hours ish.
that's what I'm thinking.
One of us checks in.
Yeah.
Well,
That
What do
seems-
you
wait.
think?
math-wise, we can do it 11 times, right?
Right, but they don't want to do it that often because that would
It'll
slow us
slow us
down.
down.
So they're just gonna.
Because that would be a very, it would really cut
Pretty
time.
intensive.
That's definitely like almost a 3-day journey.
If we were doing it.
If you're
11
doing
times.
it maybe 5-6 times a day, that's a 2-day. And you could 1 day it, but that's like, we're not checking maybe like
Right, we'd
on a
rather have
whim.
If
You're
you-
just
one
straight
day, if
hot
nothing came up.
footing it,
Right.
like running, going.
Hot footing it.
Like, I mean, on the carpet, you know, Palatine style. And so that's where it's then just a choice.
Well, and again, if I'm kind of scouting on carpet like I was in
Yeah, I was
Wonderland,
gonna
that's
say.
also helpful for when you
That's
guys
a
are
really good
active.
idea.
That's true.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Well,
we
what
can
if-
still do investigation, insight, perception,
Perception.
whatever.
Would it be possible for Mr. Incredible to ride on the carpet with Jasmine?
Oh, and have his divine sense open, and
so
we're
that
scouting
way
out.
I'm free to palanquin. We can all move fast.
Ah.
But we've still got divine sense running.
Oh, that's clever.
That's
a
August
good
Fad, we
idea.
got it
Yeah.
again.
Well done.
That was
Well
August
done.
Fad face.
Nice.
I think we've come to a plan.
Where we don't have to slow down.
But we still are being.
I
wise.
still have to make a roll. There is
Yes.
still a
Yes.
chance. There's all, well, wrong dice. There we go.
So you're saying there's.
Hey,
Sorry,
boss.
I'm just getting some water over
Oh
here.
yeah, good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, was that
He's
a
just
bird
trying
over
to,
there?
like,
Oh, nat
pop
20.
his
No, I'm kidding.
neck.
It's a percentile thing. Well and cleverly done. No, that's super smart of the
That was
plan.
good.
Kronk, that's insanely smart.
Thank you. That's
Jeez
one good idea
Louise.
every 10 years.
Kronk. All right, well, I'm out. No, well done. Here's what I will say. There. What are you good? Wanna
This is
see
his
the-
cry for attention.
Okay.
Alicia, you're awesome.
That passes.
Are you outing me?
You were outing yourself. She was just confirming.
I love you.
Nice. Cute, very cute.
Gross.
Adorable.
Nasty.
Oh yeah, because you guys were
But-
gross.
You
Eleanor
guys
still complains about you.
zip
That does not surprise
along,
me. I still complain about Mike and Erica. They've been married for 2 years.
bamfing as needed, and after a day and a half,
It is awkward.
I'll say, still taking more. If you wanted to, you could have done
Yes.
another tower. It's
I'll
no
go ahead
dreams
and do
this
that.
time. I'll
Okay,
actually
that's
point out.
nice.
No more nightmares this time.
Well,
But-
Crossfit was good.
You guys
You know,
well
you
and
can have another
truly
drink.
circumvent what I wanted to try to maybe make more encounters. Well done, well done. That's clever.
but
I
we
never
don't
get away.
want that.
I know.
We just want to kill the,
That's
the
where the
Devil Lord and
XP
get down to the
comes
next
in.
level.
But
Um,
that's why we're going to go kill the Lord of this layer of hell.
Well done, guys. That's pretty cool. Here's
Much as
what's
I love
going to happen
grinding
though.
for
During this big
experience.
old journey, I do need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, here we go.
What
And
could possibly go
what
wrong?
could possibly go wrong?
I got a
Yeah.
-3.
What?
She gives you a +5. Where's the negatives coming in?
I have a negative
eight
8
to
Wait.
wisdom.
Who, are we all getting a +5 because we're within?
Yes. I will say no with that
Oh,
super smart
that is
carpet plus
fantastic.
palanquin, and you stick close. Well, I'm doing that because I wouldn't give them +5 naturally. Thumbelina, you and Morph were able to get the good enough check. You were prepared for it, so it wouldn't be hard at all to be like, "Hey, Kronk, let's run close to the carpet so we're all in a tight group, ready for what could happen."
Oh, nat 20. I thought you said nat 1. I was so worried.
17.
17,
23.
23,
14.
14,
Nat 20.
nat 20,
26.
26.
Also 23.
Just
Wow.
a 26?
Okay.
Just a
Seriously?
26.
Just a
Well, because
26?
it was gonna be a 21, and then she gave me +5, and I was like, well, thanks.
Can I get some bardic inspiration on
This
that?
is wild.
People, can
So
we start
some
using those?
Oh,
something's
let's
about to
talk
happen,
those.
and it's one of those really annoying. You can't know. This is Box of Doom.
Oh no.
Mr. Incredible, you and I are going to be opposed rolling.
Ah!
It was nice knowing you, Mr. Incredible.
Please don't TPK us via
no.
Incredible.
That would
That would
be
be
awful.
incredible.
Let me
This
get
would
That would
suck.
be great.
This would indeed.
It'd be awful, but terrible, but great.
I pick up someone's ankle and just.
You like bash Jim into.
Like, can I just keep on bloop, 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 bloop? Teleport.
The best thing to
Do I
do
need to
would
roll
be
that, obviously?
Please?
Yes.
No,
Here's
blow
what we're
them
gonna
away.
do. Mr. Incredible,
yeah.
you're gonna go ahead. Let's roll in the box of doom. Let's make it nice and official. And you guys can see this one.
We cut him into pieces.
This
and put
is
those
a
pieces in the bag of
modifier. It
holding.
is a wisdom.
Then we
based
put
thing.
the other bag of holding into
Saving
the bag of
throw
holding.
or-
Saving throw,
Into the
yes.
astral plane.
So you got some
I always
pretty
think
good
you
buff.
put them in a box.
Come on,
I
Nick.
go to the box.
Yes.
And I measure myself, and I submit, and I come in with the box.
So that should be
She
11.
made that
Yes.
right before
Oh,
you
that's
did.
not good.
Oh,
So Mr. Incredible, you got
Great
11.
minds think alike.
Oh,
That's
no.
how it is.
Cool.
Nick, could you roll better, please?
I wish.
Where were those bardic
The
inspirations?
muscles
Because you
gotten
wish
away.
right now.
Gotten away.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you
Yeah,
something.
you're like, oh, sorry.
So here comes the roll against. All right.
Nat one. What was it?
You did a legacy.
Okay.
I couldn't see.
Okay. All of you feel.
I do have dominate monster. Would he be considered a monster if he was mad?
You
No,
feel
he's
your.
not.
All of you feel as you're going through
Control person,
a
or hold
general sense of anxiety and paranoia
Oh.
begin to set in.
Lovely.
Kronk, you start getting, what if my plan doesn't work? What if something still catches us? Jim, what if the contract was a trick? Jasmine, what if everything goes wrong? Everyone starts feeling this.
Even with my nat 20, I'm still feeling it.
Mr. Incredible.
I think that he is.
I'm getting to stuff. I'm getting to
Oh,
stuff.
I was just curious. I'm like, it was a nat 20. Like,
As you feel, what if I die down here?
you're not gonna.
But I have my clone. But I don't know if that'll work. This was all new. What if this is it? What if I
He's just getting scared.
lose? But you all feel a deep voice. And Mr. Incredible, you have that thought of, I've beaten bigger and scarier things than just feeling down. I don't need to care about feeling down. I can feel down later. And all of you feel true that all of you feel that no, I'm better than my fears. And you all feel whatever was affecting you wash over you.
Sweet.
Well done.
What did you get on the opposed?
I cannot tell you.
Dang it.
It was pretty insane. Pretty insane.
Will you tell us later?
Maybe.
Okay. No, he will. It'll just be like months from now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh right, yeah, that random throw. I don't know, like a 2. No. No.
Or it was an at 20 and he's secretly texting Nick and stuff is gonna happen.
And we're all gonna
Everyone's
die
going
in
to
our
Yeah.
sleep.
no one's getting texts from me right now. Look, I'm not
I know,
picking
I
my
know.
phone.
We're
I'm,
all dead.
we're all
It's not
We're dead.
text, It's messenger.
We live,
dead,
but we're dead.
We're Schrodinger's party.
Oh my gosh, look, I'm not messaging anyone right
No,
now.
no,
These
we
people
just-
are
we
so
just-
funny.
we just-
Incredible.
It's fake paranoia, guys, not real paranoia.
I was quoting the Incredibles.
I know.
I'm sorry, we
Sorry.
think we're funny.
926.
We are funny.
But yes.
Clearly.
You guys start approaching the Iron City. First of all, you have the city coming up. Raja can tell you, Jasmine, to pass along to everyone. This
I
is
just point at it and go, what is this?
This is what's known as Waypoint Town, or like in close enough to Common Town, what the demons would call just like, it's an easier place where if you're not like a demon that's well known enough to have either cults or like books to summon you, any open line kind of vibe of I'm a dumb teenager summoning a devil. Well, I can pop up and hey kid, would you like to sign a down payment on armor? Right, like it's that kind of skeezier
I like
waypoint.
how that comes off. Was it a down payment on armor?
right? Like, imagine you're 17, you're making bad choices, and like a person shows up, it's like, hey, have you ever wanted to own a car? Let's sign it without your parents' approval.
I'm just saying I was older than 17 when I first summoned a demon, so I was responsible.
That's more fair. I was
Always summon
responsible.
your demons responsibly, huh?
That took several tries.
Always summon demons responsibly, huh?
Yes!
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
You know, I always was bad at math. It was a calculated risk, but I'm really bad at math.
Your calculations were bad.
Man, am I bad at math.
Okay, but seriously,
As
he
you
had to
pass
roll a
by them-
natural 20 to break free of my will, and he rolled a freaking natural
I got the
20.
nat 20. It feels
I
good
was
when I get
so
nat 20.
angry.
5% odds that this very nasty demon
Uh-huh.
is let loose on the world.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take those odds.
5%!
As you all pass waypoint, in passing it, Raja can let you know these aren't the people selling, they're trading, right? This is like, if you were to try to steal, it'd be hard, because again, they're not carrying bulk loads and stuff. This is a individualistic city of demons and devils that can show up and be like, I'm taking a suitcase up to the mortal plane, or other layers, right? If it's
This
that
is
like,
where the real good lawyers come from.
Raja gives us like,
I have
no,
nothing
different
against
level.
Lawyers. Lawyers are good.
Different level?
Yeah, Raja, no, they're different level of help for lawyers.
So you're telling me
Nice.
I'll have a better chance of stealing stuff when we get to like the main city?
Oh, of course, that's where they keep all their main stuff. Unless you want it straight from the factories, but that might be a bit detrimental to head to an outer factory plane and have to work our way back.
If we can find it in
Hassle.
the main city.
Hassle, really.
What are you looking for? Just armor?
Preferably a magic weapon, because I don't think this is gonna do much against that Devil Lord.
Oh, wait, actually, could we make a stop and try to make a weapon and, instead of quenching in water or whatever, do it in the Jabberwock oil like I had asked?
Yeah, it would.
Like like on the night that we have to say anyway,
Yeah,
because...
let's do it.
Yes, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work with
Can I
Jasmine
help?
and Jen. Yes, I was going to ask you for help. Because I can
I
do the
have
magic part, you can
really
do
good
the
Arcana.
mechanical stuff.
What's
I've
your
got
plus-
plus 10.
I do too.
Dude!
It's going to
I
be
was
every
the
person is
Arcanist
going to
before we
make
had
a
morphed
roll
back.
together for the three of you, but it's definitely because you're trying to imbue something with
Okay.
magic.
So is this the Jabberwock bone knife
I
that
lied. I
Jen
have
made
plus
me?
9.
I have a
Yes.
plus 10.
Okay.
You can
Yes.
help me.
Oh, and Kronk, you can help.
Okay,
No,
but seriously, you
Thumbelina,
can do the
you
mechanical
can
stuff,
at this
like
time
actually
you can work
doing
on
some
your
sword.
slingshot
I
if
know,
you'd
I was
like
thinking
to.
about that.
Because
probably
I-
just
I'll
need
help
it
out with that
for-
as well.
Okay.
You would probably have to choose one, I
I'll
would
make
assume.
snacks on the
Or can
side.
you do help on
Snacks
the
is
wall?
like-
Honestly, I would say that the slingshot is not as important as giving her a magical
I
blade.
agree.
So that can wait until another night.
Well, I can ask advice and then go work on it. I mean,
Yeah, that's
it would
true.
be like a quick thing. He wouldn't necessarily give me a help action, I wouldn't
Yeah.
imagine, but
Just so that you know kind of what to do.
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome.
Can we get
So-
started on this?
You guys are doing that. You're gonna make that roll. You're just cooking. I like that. Right? It's
It's
helpful.
like
I mean,
leftover spinach puffs.
yeah, working. Mr. Crow, what do you kind of want to do right now?
I got
I'll just hang out.
All right.
I don't have anything
Cool.
specific.
You can eat
Kronk,
Kronk, it's kind of funny. You're like watching Mr. Gurnable's just like staring at a wall, just like waiting because like everyone else is making
Kronk's
weapons,
like, did he always snap?
and he's just staring. This is just doing
Hey,
nothing.
buddy, have a roll. Have some spinach puffs.
You can say yes.
Um,
He just eats. A
He's like,
Question, it
I
is
haven't been able
Arcana,
to
yeah?
taste food since the transformation.
Question, August,
Actually,
it is
Mr.
Arcana,
Gurnable,
yeah?
food doesn't taste. It's not like that bad, but there is that light level of like, yeah, when you come back to life, things do taste a little off.
Yeah.
And a 6.
Here's what we're gonna do.
got advantage.
Arcana.
No, he was gonna help me.
No,
Oh,
That's what it was. He's
I
doing
did.
the actual
I was-
sword forging.
No,
And given
excuse
the
me.
advantage that I got in that 20,
Morph,
don't argue
Morph,
with me.
Morph, you didn't get to. I'm sorry. I said this
I didn't
before.
get to the
These are
advantage?
individual rolls. There's no help here.
Oh.
You are each putting what you can
Yeah.
into this knife.
Okay.
What am I rolling though? I don't like.
You are making
Eh,
either a
better.
tools check or even Arcana check of your own because, Jasmine, you are helping to create this, so it can be something magical for you. Magical items usually require attunement. You're basically making it so you can attune to
I
it
don't
or
know
something
about
you know
you.
what to use.
I
But
got
I
a
got
26.
What'd you get?
What do I need to roll?
For you, Thumbelina, this is also going to be not full Arcana. We're going to call this a sleight of hand. This is just kind of like working with like sewing and
Man,
tools.
that was so
And
pretty.
Kron, just to have fun with this. Kron, go ahead and roll me a charisma check to make some really mean spinach puffs.
No, really nice ones.
Because when you say the tools check, the only tools I have are like thieves' tools. Is that what I'd be using?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, because
You can
you're
have
trying to make a weapon that can use
Well,
for
and I
you.
think I took an expertise in
What
them,
did you
so
roll?
I think that.
You did.
Ooh,
I got
good.
10 August.
Plus what?
A 10.
No,
Okay.
so a 5 plus 5.
It's not bad. You're not like
Oh, no,
ruining
what
it.
did you roll?
But then it's taking a while. It's something where it's like, okay, starting to like now that the like leather's starting to like really set, it's that oh crap, okay, like punching through, starting to get it. So you make like a quarter progress in like how many hours before you need to rest for the night. Still going, but it will work soon.
Good job. Does reliable talent apply to thieves' tools rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay then, that is good. So I get a 24.
Oh.
Because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
22.
what?
24, 22, and what you get more?
26.
Reliable talent says if you
26.
roll below a 10, you get a
And Kronk,
And
what
then
you
I
get for your
have
cooking?
bunch of
a
proficiencies and
A
everything.
10.
With so.
Charisma?
Mr. Credible, average taste and puff.
5.
Pretty average, I guess. Helping Kronk like
Sure.
taste test.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a spinach puff.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yes.
It is a spinach puff.
Way better. We are on the second level of hell, so.
Yeah,
The
Kronk,
stuff isn't exactly fresh.
I mean, it's impressive that you're making spinach puffs in
I'll say that Kronk.
That is
Mr.
very
Incredible
impressive.
like has just. It's not like he's giving a lot of feedback, but it's probably in that way where you're just like,
Just be aware, this is the most vegetables we've had in ages.
very unresponsive. But yeah, like first veggies in a while.
But hey,
yeah,
it's
we don't
iron.
know
It's a
that.
good source of iron. You need that.
No.
Yeah.
Will that help him not go mad?
I
We've
hadn't
been
bought
losing
vegetables.
enough blood that we should
I
have
gotta
some
make a
iron.
roll. Hook is with you, so
I
let's see
hadn't
what Hook's
bought
doing right now.
vegetables in a very long time.
That's right, he's
And
very
then we got married.
Hook is going to be in the
You're keeping him
kitchen with
alive.
Mr. Incredible and Kronk. You see, he's watching all this, and just like, is it good?
Oh.
Yeah, it's alright. You want some?
See you reach over with the hook, just kind of flips it one on.
I mean, they're not the best. I've made better, but I mean, hey.
Dang it, August, I don't want to light cook. Stop it.
It's not bad. My worse.
Right,
We're good.
you know. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You want another? Mr. Guard just staring at Hook, just.
This is surreal. Are they like an eating competition? Are you just trying to out-eat him?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. You absolute child. I love this.
Kronk, you watch as no words are being said, but they both just like eat one after the other, staring at each other.
The two, the angel and the
Guys,
devil,
we
are
still
just
gotta
like,
give some to other people.
are they okay?
Kronk, everyone. Okay, guys, come on. You've had your fair share.
I love that. Oh my
So
gosh.
another one just so you can be like.
Mr. Gray, you take play. You can.
That is too funny.
Jasmine, Morph, and Jim, as you guys craft this knife, leaving glyphs for again maybe even future upgrades. We'll say,
Yeah.
and as quenching like solidifying. It's hard working with bone for weapons, right? But again, getting that like tempered heat, starting to wrap the leather, and even like Jasmine using your thieves' tools in
I
the
would like-
slight shavings.
I would like to take some of the silver I have from just like my money and stuff, melt
Okay.
that down, and give it like a silver coating.
Ooh.
All out on the rolls you guys got. Jasmine,
Is a Jabberwock
silver
gonna do
and
anything?
bone Jabberwock infused knife. This is where I have this ready. I've yet to use this.
Ooh. Are we gonna have made like a really
Also-
OP sword?
It's a
I mean, it's a
it's a
dagger.
random magical
Really?
effect
Okay,
kind of
You
thing
know
for you.
identify?
Oh.
Yes, I have identify.
Cool. I have 2 weapons from Zario.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so
I have
down.
the sword and spear of the Queen of
I am
Hell.
so freaking down.
All right, a
Oh,
magical
you're
effect
shaking
table. I haven't had to use this in a while.
That's so cool.
Here we go.
Having fun there.
Yeah, baby was moving, and I like to feel the movements.
it. Mm.
And so, like, if you press on your belly, fun fact: when you're pregnant and who knows how long, when you press on your belly, it constricts the baby, and so he kicks back.
Cause he's like, hey.
He's like,
get in.
"Hey, get out of my space!" But
That's
sometimes it
adorable.
works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, something that I found out
So-
about my older
oh,
brother Vife.
Sorry,
Apparently,
after
Dad
roll
would sometimes poke,
twice.
and then Vife would poke back. Dad would do it twice.
Oh,
He would do it
65.
twice, and it went up to 3. Like he would poke the same number of times back and forth. Like, of course he goes in a
Baby is
math.
still so small. Like, I'm
Oh
still so small,
shoot,
you
that's
feel all
good.
the motion.
Reroll.
Yeah, I kind of want it. That's dumb. Well, Jasmine, this is a now magical knife.
Woo!
It shall deal 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
It has a +1 to attack and to hits.
Oh, and to damage, you mean?
Attack and
Yeah.
damage?
Attack and damage. Whenever you successfully hit a creature with this knife, its body will glow for the next round.
Whoa!
Wild.
That's pretty cool.
Glow.
Kind of like Fairy Fire.
So it gives
It's going to
advantage
give
on
that
the mistake?
advantage for things to try to hit it. Invisibility doesn't do much. Shoot, that's a pretty cool magical effect.
Dang.
I mean, the one above was going to be, it's covered in frost, or the next thing is it will age the creature 1d10 years.
Oh, that would
This
be
is
so cool.
10,000 random magical effects. I'm like, no, I think that's cool. We didn't know. I mean, it's hard to, like, perfectly imbue it. And this is open. I'm going to say there's, like, 1 or 2 more things, leaving room for, like,
Dang.
etchings and glyphs of spells to be put into it.
I'm
Thanks,
going to
guys.
have to
This
be
is awesome.
studying.
And it's silver.
Yeah.
So,
Which in
Silver.
magic,
Silver
for
some
animals.
creatures.
in very
Yeah.
specific
Very specific.
fights.
Very niche fights. It will help.
but hey, I mean, it doesn't hurt any others.
No, yeah. I mean, it's that, have a silver sword, a silver dagger, or a sock full of silver coins when you come into fighting a werewolf.
I got a bag full of golden spoons, if that helps.
No, actually.
I still have most of them. I remember I bartered some of them away in
Anyways.
Agrabah for my poison
So
kit.
Morph
but-
is identifying the sword and
Yes,
spear.
I am doing that.
In my
Yes.
other campaign that I play, the bard has the spell animate objects.
Yeah.
He got a set of silverware.
I have
And he
that
just
as
has the
Morph. I've
silverware
never had the
fly
chance
and,
to
like,
use
Oh, I
it.
love
Either like the spoons like hit, the forks
go.
Like
impale,
stab,
and then the knives
knives
just slash. Like,
I love
Have
that.
you seen, it's a video, it's like the world's
Oh, we got
slowest,
this.
most
Okay.
inefficient death with, no, it's like the world's slowest death with the most inefficient weapon ever, and it's literally just death chasing this guy, just hitting him with a spoon.
I love it.
And and then at one point, like, it's a metal spoon, at one point it breaks, and the guy's like, and then Death just opens up his cloak, and there's like all sorts of other spoons, he just grabs another one.
Here we go. Ready?
Okay, what are Zariel's weapons?
Zariel's weapon.
Also, we'll need to figure out who will be able to wield them.
They're mine.
But are you actually
They're
able
mine.
to?
Is there a strength required?
You bamf
Exactly.
on the spear, and your mind fills with arcana and knowledge that this is a spear. Totally normal spear. Spear's just a spear, actually.
crap.
No, actually, it's just a spear. The sword, on the other hand, the spear is basically just a spear she wanted to use. It's
That's
like,
really
yeah, it'll do
It's
like
not even
one.
like a +2 spear.
It's a 1d8 spear. It's actually most of the magic for her cancer.
Hilarious.
The sword, though, there is stuff to the sword.
It is.
Here we
a
go.
Spear.
Will I be able to know, like, I'm sorry, Jim, but you're kind of too weak to be able to wield it.
Hey.
You like
no, like,
lie
hey.
about the
Genuine,
spear?
but like, would you tell me, because I'm the one who's doing identify, would you tell me, like, if I know whether Jim can actually
Morph,
use it?
you wouldn't be strong enough to wield it either.
Oh, I know. It wouldn't be for
Oh.
me. It's just like, I
The
gotta
sword
tell
is
Jim.
mine. I'm the one that claimed
Yeah,
it.
you still own it, but
Hey,
This is a beautiful long sword.
I can go strength based.
question. He is
As
a rogue. They get
Morph,
long swords
yeah,
as proficiency,
You
yeah?
feel
Okay,
the
good.
weirdest
a
thing.
hum of this blade and realize something that some people forget, that Zariel was once an angelic being.
No.
Heck
it's
yeah.
This sword glows with celestial steel and light.
Are you gonna do like radiant damage with this
This
thing?
weapon,
Oh,
it's
dope.
this weapon, you
Holy
feel
adventure.
that it chooses who can attune to it, though. You get a feeling that this is a weapon that will be based in choice of the weapon that you don't know yet. That's something that's hard to know.
chooses the wizard, Harry.
This has an attunement. If the sword allows you to attune to it, it will be immediate. That once attuned, you will feel that you'll be transformed into a heavenly, idealized version of yourself.
What?
Okay.
Neither magic nor divine intervention can reverse this transformation. Your alignment will become lawful good, and you will gain following traits. That the person who will wield this sword will speak, read, and write celestial. They will have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. Their charisma score will become 20, if not already 20 or higher. They will sprout a pair of beautiful wings that will grant them a speed of 90 feet flying ability to hover. These new wings will replace the old, if you already have wings. They will gain true sight, where their eyes shall become luminous pools of silver. You shall be able to see invisible creatures. You will have true sight.
That's if it chooses you.
I think it won't.
This is what I'm changing. You will not have a new personality.
Okay, good.
This, the
thanks
official
for
thing
doing
says
that.
you get a new personality. I'm like, I don't think that's actually how that would work.
Yeah.
But with this, the sword, when wielded to its attuned owner, will be able to shed a 5 foot of radiant light. Fiends find the sword's light disconcerting and painful. Even if they can't physically see it, will have disadvantage on attack rolls made within the weapon's radius of 5 feet. As a bonus action, you can intensify the sword's light and cause it to glow brightly for 15 feet for a bonus action. The sword will have some random properties that I've yet to give it.
That's fine.
But it has a searing radiance where it will deal 2d8 radiant damage on any hit, or 3d10 radiant damage if you're wielding the weapon with 2 hands.
So do we just pass this thing around the party?
So I'm not saying any of this out loud.
I'm giving you this.
I'm not saying any of this out loud.
An evil creature that takes radiant damage must succeed on DC 17 Con or be blinded until the end of its turn.
Oh wow.
The Sword of Zariel is a sentient item. Is what you're noticing.
Okay, can I message to the sword then and just say...
We'll go. I'm sorry, there's still more.
Sword.
I know, but I'm identifying it.
It has a hearing and normal
It's not
vision.
your sword.
The sword, you're
It's
realizing...
not yours either. It's a person too.
Just on, hearing or, starting to think, you're realizing its communication will be transmitting emotions to the creature carrying it or wielding it, is how it will communicate.
Interesting.
While holding the sword, people will gain advantage on any and all with insight checks. And that... here's what you get on investigate or identify. Zariel's sword is one of the few things she couldn't bring herself to destroy when she was an angel.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
This sword can be destroyed by her, and you get the feeling that it could take either some of the highest level spells or angelic beings to destroy this.
So because it was already attuned to her, would it attune to anyone else, or is it always going to be her?
What you are feeling, this is then where I'm going to kind of give you what I've done for this campaign.
Cool.
The sword lost attunement
because
to Zariel
she fell.
Of her falling from
that makes
grace.
sense to me.
What you are getting from this is this sword has... I wouldn't even call it a goal, but an oath, one could use. Almost like a paladin. There is something to the sword where it's not something that just you can pass around. An attunement is, in this sense, a bond.
This is a person.
Whomever takes this will be
changed.
This sword. There's no going back. There's no, I'm not sure about this anymore. Because, and the sword, it's almost, and what you're realizing with the last of this identify, the sword knows that too. This is something where it's that may even be part of what it's looking for in not just anything.
It's looking for commitment, guys.
It needs commitment. It wants a ring on it.
Okay, so I'm still not telling any of this to anyone yet. First, so as I'm doing identify, can I touch the sword? Is that okay? Or am I not allowed to touch it?
It stabs you.
It feels violent.
Okay, so
no, anyone can touch it because...
Did you ask permission from the sword?
Touch it, and I'm touch it on the hilt, and I'm going to message as best I can, and just say,
it can sense and hear and see everything.
Cool.
It's going to communicate with emotion. You feel
because it's been
apathy.
Okay.
It's very apathetic right now.
The sword needs a hug.
It can't say words or anything, so you're gonna feel emotion.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you know who you want to be with?
You get the feeling of confusion or questioning. More feelings of uncertainty are bubbling in your heart.
Do you want everyone to meet you?
Feeling of acceptance.
Okay. I'm going to turn to everybody and say, so this sword is a person. Just as I am a person. Okay.
Does it have a name?
A person's a person, no matter how
I can't tell if it has... I'll ask you real quick. Do you have a name?
It can't speak.
I know, but I can at least tell... yes
If
or
it has a
no.
name, yeah.
Like good or feelings.
Yeah.
Apathy.
So,
Not at the moment, as far as I can tell.
so whoever
Not one
wants
that's
it
attached
owns
to.
it.
So everyone, can you put a hand on this sword?
Like all at the same time?
We'll go ahead.
we
We'll start
just-
with Jim. Would you put your hand on this real quick? Please. Please.
Okay, well, okay. What?
Just touch it.
I don't. Look.
You
we
will
don't
not be
know
able to
the-
use this
the-
sword
the-
unless they decide that they want you to.
I understand that.
Okay, good.
Okay. We don't know what kind of commitment this sword is wanting. So like
You don't know
even-
anything about it whatsoever because
No,
I
no,
haven't
no.
told you.
I will say, yeah, more. This is Morph's chance to get to
Okay.
role play out to you
Okay.
guys.
So you don't know anything.
All you know is
About-
what she
it's a
just said
person.
about it's a
Cool.
person, go
Okay.
touch it.
It's like
all she
it's a
said.
sentient person thing.
Grab the sword.
Jim, you feel searching, and then you feel questioning.
Okay, I'm going to talk to Jim real quick. So, I think it's considering whether or not it wants you to be its wielder. Just heads up, you will change a lot. You will look a lot different. Like, think of puberty, but a million times different.
Okay, I need a little
I'm
more
sorry,
detail.
you
than
want
that.
wings?
Like he's gonna be a 50-year-old man?
Like, you'll be an angel.
You
What?
feel heroism, bravery.
Mom always called me her angel.
You would be an literal angel.
You literally that memory, even for you, my little angel of the stars.
So,
But yeah,
you'll be a better person, I think, maybe.
and the final emotion you get from the sword is one of, yeah, like that acceptance, and just not in that like, yes, this makes sense.
Because I do want to
Okay.
tell you this because I don't want you to be like, I like myself. I don't want to be like, I don't want to trick you into accepting the sword. Even though it's OP, I don't want you to become something that you don't want to be.
You feel finality in your soul of that, like,
Yeah. You can't go back to being Jim the way you are now if you accept this sword.
I mean,
Honestly, as Morph, I feel like this is the character development is a lot more important than the buffs that this sword offers. So this is why I'm trying to be telling you just the things that seem important. I'm sorry, but like this is a big deal.
I know.
I don't even say you can think on it because
Mhm.
I
The
think
sword
everyone's
didn't
going
ask
to
you
get
to
it.
meet everyone.
The sword is
We'll come
asking
back
to
to
meet
you, Jim.
everyone.
We'll come back
It's
to
more
you,
of an
Jim.
open thing.
Hey, Kronk, would you put your hand on?
Yeah, sure.
sword?
What's going on?
Crunk. You
If
feel
it accepts Crunk, I would
interest.
just cry a little
Yeah.
bit. It would be so beautiful.
What did we say? Where did you get this from that
I
crazy
know.
lady whose head
He's
I
the one who would be lawful good.
Already he's lawful good.
Already he's
Yeah.
lawful good.
This used to be her sword.
Oh.
The same thing that I told Jim would apply to you, but I don't know how this sword feels about you.
The sword feels. You feel questioning, Kron. You feel happy. Then you feel questioning. And you feel apathy.
He sounds confused.
Do I feel any of this too?
No, only
That's fine.
the
I
person
was
who's
just
doing it.
curious.
So Kronk, this is just that. Oh, maybe like it's almost like I would say, and you can even like say,
Mhm.
the sword is just kind of getting a vibe right now. This isn't something that
Okay.
may be decided right now.
The sword is vibe checking.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the vibe check?
Let's go ahead and move on.
Oh, I want to
Well,
see
I
I can't wait to see his reaction.
Mr. Incredible, you grab it. Guys, you don't see a word across Mr. Incredible's face, I'll say. It's just, but immediate, nope. Mr. Incredible, you hand it to the next person.
Alright,
You're
okay.
feeling not great. No good
Thumbelina,
emotion.
you
Just
want to
came from
touch
you.
it?
Thumbelina, you feel alarm at first.
That's actually even funnier.
Then you feel interest. You feel happy.
And dismissal.
You feel sadness.
Ooh.
And then it goes back to apathetic.
You made the sword depressed again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty depressed as an individual, so.
Okay.
Jasmine,
Ooh,
sorry,
this'll be interesting.
responding to a different text actually.
Don't worry, Jim. It sounds like you'll get the sword if you choose to take
No,
it.
my stage manager. Sorry, give me a second, guys.
How dare you?
I can meet.
Interrupting the vibe checking.
Monday. Cool. Jasmine, you take this weapon and feel deeper confusion. You feel maybe happy though, and then you do feel apathy again once more.
Do I feel like I could have the sword, like, if I chose? Or is it that, nah, it's not too into me?
Here's what I'm going to say. And Morph, you know this because of the identify.
Okay.
It is a mutual thing.
Mm-hmm.
The sword will pick you
But you have
if
to
you're
choose
also
it.
picking it.
Okay.
And there might be other stuff, and it's not an immediate thing either. There could be other stuff, and so I didn't mean to like make fun for it, Mr. Crow, but it was just that immediate, and you would have felt this too. There was this immediate alarm, and just like you felt scared, enraged, and then like, and then just
I didn't want it
pass.
anyway.
Right, like, and so these emotions, these things.
People would have wanted it.
Well, what's funny is
Hands.
He throws hands.
I have a quick question, because when I was touching the sword, I was only asking it questions. Can I just kind of feel it out? Because I was wanting to be with Blob, but I am curious what it thinks of me.
It feels. You feel, I should say, you feel confusion at first,
That's not surprising.
and then you
That's
feel
close to us.
I know.
longing.
What?
Not your longing, though. Or not its longing, though. You feel a longing. And then you get acceptance back to apathy.
Interesting.
And you get the feeling of
Apathy.
this thing might not understand you yet because you're not really there for it.
Oh, can I try something? Can I borrow my soul?
Sure.
Thank you.
You pull it out of the bag of holding.
Can I hold my soul and then touch the sword?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You touch the sword, and you feel confusion, understanding, longing,
Your body.
and back to apathy.
Apathy.
I'm just gonna.
The sword might be
Yeah.
understanding your position better.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to think as much, put as much feelings of gratitude as I possibly can towards the sword, and then I'm going to hand it back to Jim, and I'm just going to say, again, this could change you forever.
Didn't the sword want to meet everyone? It
This-
still hasn't met Raja and the other guy.
And Hook.
I don't want to give it to Hook.
I don't
Physically
think
I
that's
am
how
not.
that's it.
I will tell you
And
right
Hook,
now, I'm
no.
not giving it to Hook.
Oh.
So Hook's just like, I get it. All right.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry.
You look
I
really
don't even
bad
get to
with
hold the
wings.
sword. The
What
sword
did
has
you
to
say
meet
would
me.
make
Hold
you
the
a better
sword.
person?
I'll hold
Maybe
the
that's
sword,
not a
fine.
bad
Come
idea.
on.
It makes it lawful good. That
Hook-
could be good.
Actually, she's got a point.
You see,
Right?
Fine.
Hook takes the sword. Anyone that wants can roll an insight check.
I will.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Well,
21.
I think I only got a 16.
13.
13, 17.
Yeah, I got a
okay.
16.
That was a 2.
I love how it's just like, oh, Kronk is steady. Like,
I
is
really
good.
hope that the sword, like, not because I don't think Jim
Sorry,
needs
did
it,
anyone
deserves it.
It had
roll
apathy
above
to
an
it. Well,
18?
21.
Jasmine, there was a tear in Hook's eye for half a second.
Oh.
Right, sword knows me.
It's the first time he's really felt like someone understood him in a long time.
And it's a sword.
All right.
It's a sword that can't
Are we
speak.
putting the sword in the cat mouth? You see, Roger?
Oh.
Hell no. Roger, yeah, at full demon, the demon does not want the
He does
celestial
not want
sword.
the celestial sword,
Yeah, this would be very
Stab.
detrimental for
I think
his.
that would poison him.
I
Like,
just
leave
stabbed
Raja
the
alone,
cat
guys.
with the sword.
Do not.
Ross is full dead. No, that's not the sword.
I fight the cat right now.
Anyone
Jasmine
like,
kills Jim before
and
that
you can
happens.
all kind of like put the finger
if I
on the
use
sword.
the
You all get the vibe of the sword might need a moment to choose itself, let alone you guys
That's
think
fair.
about it. There
Okay.
actually will be something. There's more to the sword. I'll be texting you all throughout the
Okay,
week to talk
I'm going
about
to
it.
just
Ooh,
strap it
fun.
down. I'm going to just put it on.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it. I'm not
Right.
going to attune to it yet.
Yeah.
Could we
But I'm
put
going to
it
try to like communicate with it every once in a while.
The sword
to
seems
make
really
it
nice.
a little more, not that that's not fair, but can it go in a bag of holding?
That's actually a good
We
point.
could.
That way it's not attaching itself to any of us
That is
so
a good point.
unconsciously, but also it has time to think without us trying to get it to think for
Oh,
it.
that's That's a really good point.
That's a fair point. If you guys want to do that.
Honestly, this is, like, it thinks too. I feel like we should respect it like that.
I'm like,
Peer
okay,
pressure
well,
is
I'll grab the
very
sword
huge.
and be like, do you want to go into the void of almost nothing, or do you want to stick around?
Confusion?
So start with one question. Ask a yes or no question.
Would you like to stay in the bag of holding? Or would you like to stay out?
It has to be one at a time because they can't answer.
Confusion? Jamie, you feeling confused?
One.
He does not
Would
understand
you-
the sword. It's hilarious. I'm
Would
sorry.
you like to go back into the bag of holding?
You feel a happy acceptance.
Would you like to stay out here with us?
You feel an acceptance.
I put the sword back into the void.
The sword has a soul and personality. This is fun. Yeah, sword in the void.
I'm going to
Your
turn
sword
into
in
a
the
gold
void was
star.
the name of my band.
Here's
in
what's
high
I'm
school.
interesting.
going to turn into a gold star and go on Chin.
Okay,
Good job.
hey.
You
That's
did
a little
right.
mean.
It is.
Everyone here, you guys are coming up on
Don't worry,
Despatter by the the Iron City with
honestly,
Despatter.
I think will be really cool.
As you guys are all coming in, I do need everyone. Please remind me because I was trying to check my notes on my phone. I didn't save it. Who got the nat 20 earlier on the wisdom save?
I did.
Yeah.
Thumbelina. As you guys are getting ready to exit this tower, I'll say this you could have timed out to be like finishing up like one of those last long rests in a tower before
Yeah.
heading to the Iron City.
Doesn't die.
Thumbelina.
That would be a first.
You see Hook has caught your eye and is kind of that just like is gesturing outside.
Interesting.
You walk out with him. You see just this. I know you don't trust me.
Would you trust me after all the things I would have done to you, you would have done to me?
That was such a confusing question.
Exactly. But I know that it's not me. And because of your soul, you see he taps his hook into his eye. You actually look into his eye. You see what seems to be, that's not his real eye. There is something artificial in there. You see, just hasn't helped me much. But for half a moment in there, something in that room, one of those people wasn't our group. I have been secret texting with one of you. You know who it is. Thumbelina, you see Hook. Whatever it is, it wants that little ball. How do we get it before it kills us all?
The ball or the person?
Yes. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yo.
Oh my gosh, August, why?
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. I will see you all next
Incredible.
time.